Hello, welcome. Hi, welcome to the Knit Night Podcast. I'm Liz, and we've got Therese who's joining me. Unfortunately, Joe's not here today. She had things she had to do, but she did send me an update on her ranunculus, so we'll talk about that later. And then we have Amy from Two Sisters and Some Yarn, and Morgan by Handmade by Me, sorry, to join us. And welcome. How's everybody?
Hello. Doing all
It's
right.
Monday.
Doing all right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
that's for
just
sure.
here.
We're
I'm not gonna
Mondaying,
say it's
so.
hot anymore because it's just always hot. So, but I have a
Oh,
new
thanks,
AC.
Tomsky. Wow,
Yes,
no, we're not
praise.
lice. Thanks. Sure, we
Thanks,
don't get those
Tomsky.
we don't get those comments when Joe's here. I see. Hmm.
Boy,
Everybody have a good weekend?
Yeah, it was all right.
They're
Pretty
alive?
good.
we're alive.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
hasn't
Well,
rained
welcome
Yeah.
everybody.
80,000 days, so the grass is dying and
Grass, what's that? We don't have that much here.
it's starting to look like your yard. I need to go take a picture.
Yeah, no, our yard is all rocks because they've gotten rid of all the grass landscaping. They pay you to get rid of it and put in desert landscaping, which is all
Right.
rocks and cacti and palm trees, which is really weird, but they're a thing.
It's
Oh,
a thing
there's
to
Joe
do.
in the. Hey, everybody. There's Joe in the chat.
Hey, Yanette's Yanette.
So welcome. Um, what's everybody working on?
Not ranunculus.
Well, we know that. We know that, Amy. That was never going to be a thing you were going to do. Come on. Even though it's short sleeve, you could have done the short sleeve version. I finished one of mine for my
Really?
daughter.
It's so
Um,
pretty. I love that
I did long
yarn.
sleeves, but I did not do her weird cuff thing that kind of, I did not like it. So I just did more ribbing. My other one is in timeout because my yarn did not match and I did not realize that. And I don't want big color blocks, so I'm going to have to pull it back and alternate skeins. So,
Uh,
or use that yarn for something else and do it in something else. So that'll be something for the future.
Yeah, I felt
I
for
did.
you. I was like, ooh, I would not. Like, I can be so, like, there are times where I just think, okay, yeah, like, I want this to look like this. And then as soon as it doesn't look that way, I'm like, forget it. I'll just keep going. But
Well,
I give you props for being like, oh, okay, no, this doesn't look the way I want it to. I'm ripping the whole thing. Taking the whole thing out.
well, to be fair, it wasn't my idea to knit to begin with. So it was Joe's and Teresa's. And
there's
I
there's
finished
a word
one,
there's a word they have now. It's called no, and you
I
and
can
use it
say
all the time.
but I did mine. I wanted to knit the pattern because everyone is knitting it. So and I probably wouldn't have worn it very much because I live in the desert and my daughter is cold all the time, so she'll actually wear it. I won't, so I'll get around to it at some point. So
There you
I'm not
go.
heartbroken. So our friend Cheryl's in the chat. Hi Cheryl, it's nice that you're
no.
here.
Cheryl.
And Joe Bob gave an update on her ranunculus. She said the first one has sleeves done and finishing the ribbing on the bottom. We'll get cracking on banging out the chunky one tomorrow. Looking forward to Exploration Station that has not picked the yarn yet. So there.
I don't even
So
know the
so
real
your
name of that pattern anymore.
Exploration Station. We
Okay.
just add station to every Stephen West pattern because Tabitha did it once on her podcast and it stuck. So she made the fragmentation shawl, the
Right,
fragmentation
that's what
station.
threw me off.
So
Station.
Exploration fragmentation station stall. Shaw.
yeah, so it works.
What's
So
your function?
did you bring yours, Morgan, to show, or is
My
yours blocking?
ranunculus?
Yeah, is yours blocking?
No, it's not. It's over across the room. Let me go grab it real quick.
Oh no, don't
I
worry.
should have
Don't go
come
get it if you don't
prepared.
want to.
No,
No, it's fine if you
I'll
don't
get
want
it.
to.
I'll get it. It's just over yonder, over there. I'll be right back.
How's yours going, Therese?
Okay. It's going. I split for the
Uh-oh.
sleeves about Wait, where's the hole? Where's the hole? Hold on. Oh, about an inch ago. So it's coming.
Cool.
I lied last week. I only had used 2 balls of yarn. But I'm still concerned about running out. I was going to do short sleeves anyway. But I just started the second ball, and I think I don't know how much I'm going to get. And Knit Picks doesn't carry that yarn anymore.
Oh no.
Denise.
It's not. They don't have the color. They discontinued the color.
But did you check with
No.
Denise?
No, I didn't. I checked eBay. I checked everywhere but Denise.
You might want to. It's worth a shot.
She does have quite the
So, I'm
collection
just
of.
gonna-
And she
No, I
doesn't
don't know.
do a
I don't
lot
know
of
what's
it,
going to happen.
So, you know.
All right. Well, I got
It'll
my
work, it'll-
ranunculus.
Yay! Oh, it's pretty.
I didn't trim the ends off yet, but I blocked.
I
it,
didn't either.
sort of.
I didn't yet either.
Ooh,
I figured.
There we go. Which way? There
Pretty.
we go. So
You guys can
I
be.
didn't. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say you and Treese can be twins. Hers is like pork color.
So I didn't do the length of the rope. I think it was like 3¼ inches, I believe. I think I just went to like 2 because I just didn't feel like doing it anymore. So I was like, all right. And I tried it on, and it comes probably maybe like just below my belly button. So this will be sort of another sweater where I'll wear it over a dress or with something pretty high-waisted, you know. So yeah, but yeah, I was really shocked how fast it went actually. And then of course I started thinking about Shark Week next year. I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna do another one. Because it took me just over a week. So I'm like, okay, maybe if I do it next year for Shark Week, I can like somehow shave off some time and then I can get it done in a week.
See, I would make it for somebody else. Like
You just go up.
my friend's daughter is like a size 0, and she could wear it over
Oh yeah.
a little skinny
Yeah.
dress. I could make it for her.
There you
Just
go.
go up a needle. Just go up a needle size, and it'll go faster because you won't need to knit as much.
Yeah, true.
Go down.
Yeah.
Amy, what are you making? Oh, stop.
Socks
Cute.
for Jackie's I love the 80s
Mm.
mouth.
You haven't been doing socks.
Huh?
You haven't been doing socks
I
recently.
know. It's for socks I've done in a long time. Shiny Happy People, REM song, not to be confused with the documentary.
Yeah, big difference.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? I had that 80s song yarn. It was already caked up. I was like, I'm doing it. I'll do a pair of socks. So
Cool. Are you and Denise allowed to knit socks at the same time?
Denise and I both do what we want.
You can enter them for Kay's sock camp.
Oh yeah, I
I
never
think-
paid attention to that. Denise does all that, but
Yeah, I think she's doing that, isn't she? Hasn't she knit like 50 pair of socks this summer?
she's done really good. And I am on 0s because I knit so loose. So now I remember why I don't make socks right.
That's
Yeah,
one of the
zeros,
reasons I
yeah.
don't. We don't wear them, and then I have
We
to
don't
do
wear
knit them
'em.
on 0. So
And DK socks are one thing, but so I figured I'd
Yeah.
do these. And hey, if I don't want them, I'll find somebody else with big feet. So. But mustache yarn is fun to watch the stripes. So
oh, I know. I have some of your yarn, and I pull it out, and I want to knit socks, but then I think that nobody's gonna wear them. So
What was that new cowl by? Oh, I'm gonna forget who it's by now, but Michelle from Naughty Knitwits made one too, where it uses self striping. I think it's knit. I'm pretty sure, but I forget what the pattern's called though,
I think I saw it, but I don't remember what it's called either.
or
And
who
one of
it's
these
by.
days,
I
I'm gonna
forget.
do that sock arm sweater.
I do. I have yarn. I have mustache put aside for that.
Yeah, I want to do that
What's
with
that
sweaters, but
Ooh,
I started
need to
it.
Look this up. Hold on.
I started it, the cardigan. I have yarn put aside for one pullover for Riley. I just haven't gotten to it yet.
There's a cardigan version?
Yeah, and well, there, yeah, in the books, Telly Bean Knits books, there's a
Oh.
cardigan and a pullover
Oh,
version. I have the book.
Ooh.
I didn't know that.
I like it.
I know there's a sweater, which would be fine and fingering for me, but
I
but
I'm
like
doing it in sport.
I don't like purling, so I should probably just do a sweater.
It's not so bad because it's like small sections, like because you're doing like the top to the sleeve and the sleeve hole and all, and then you pick it up and around. So it's not too bad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Knit
That's
chat cowl.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Thanks, Dan.
Hey, Ann. What's up, Pink?
Yeah, this sweater's cute.
The sock arm one?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
like
wasn't sure. The construction seemed different than like other ones that I wear, so
Yeah. That's true.
check on my rice. Be right back.
Well,
It's
fingering,
cute, though.
I'm more likely to wear because, it gets hot here.
Right.
More to the point, it doesn't get cool too much.
And then here it's like 30 below.
Same.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah, I have
Not
Tina
looking forward to
yarn
that.
for that put aside. I started it out. Now I remember I started it, but I was using Malabrigo Arroyo, which is their sport weight, but it's almost
Oh.
too. It doesn't have enough body to it. It's like really
Yeah.
limp. I'm not
Yep.
saying that's bad, but for that sweater, you need more structure to the yarn.
Mhm.
So I stopped it. That's why
Yep.
I'm gonna have to restart with something else.
Arroyo.
Trying new needles. I got these Licka copper
Ooh. Are those the
interchangeables, the copper tips.
yeah.
I didn't get a set. I just bought a couple sizes of the interchangeable because normally I don't use metal needles because I have a circulation problem and they hurt my hands. But I figure copper, since they, they make all the copper bracelets and things to help.
It's supposed to be
with pain,
good for
so
that.
these I'm not having any problem with, so
Oh,
I
that's
like
good.
them. They match my yarn. That's kind of
What-
cool.
Which brand is that?
Licka, Lykke.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
I got these from from eBay.
Okay.
Because I just wanted a couple tips. I didn't want to try a whole set and then not like them, and they're
Right.
expensive. But they're pretty nice. And I got the Knitter's Pride Mindful cord to go with it because it's the bendable cord. And
Mhm.
Knitter's Pride cords work on knit picks and Licka needles and vice versa.
Yeah.
They're all interchangeable. So
Which is nice because
stripes in
there's-
September, Joe, we're doing. Are you assuming Exploration Station is going to be done by then?
I know. That's a tight turnaround.
You're killing me.
Oh, goodness.
So, Amy, are you going to knit
Well-
Exploration Station with us?
Is it the weird one with the weird blocks of stuff?
No.
Mm.
This
This
is one of
one
his
has
older
stripes.
patterns.
That's a
It
little.
has stripes.
I'm still
it's-
salty
it's
about the Garter Abyss, so let me see what it looks like.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I was looking at
yeah, but
mine
you
today.
finished that one. You finished that one though.
But I wasn't
I
happy
finished
about it.
No, I hated it at the end. I just wanted it to be done. I'm sorry. It was so big and boring and
Oh, by the way, Exploration Station is apparently a website.
oh,
Mm.
I almost accidentally went to it. Oh, that's all right.
It's not like super flashy, you know.
No.
no, it's
Well,
kind of like
in my colors.
He makes it flashy.
Oh, yeah.
It
Yeah.
doesn't have to be flashy.
Tree, show your colors. I want to see.
Yeah.
I like
Okay.
them.
Let me see if it's in the library.
Let me see if I can. And you're not going to be able to see the colors because lighting.
I don't know if I like the line in between each little section.
Oh, Morgan, it's all on you.
Okay.
Now wait a minute. Now hold on.
Now look,
Right.
so
Hold
why don't
on.
we look, let's go big or
Okay.
go home. Let's do the sock arms, sweaters.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's do it.
Okay.
Oh, Therese, I like those colors.
You
Those are
can't
cute.
see how
It's pretty
like
bright.
this would go for the 80s make along because this
Yeah.
is like day glow pink. And then this is a soft pink. It's pink and it's got darker pink in it. So I mean, this is total 80s vibe right here.
Yeah, definitely. I've got all but one of my colors picked out, and Colleen of She's Selfish Knitter on Instagram, she was very kind and she reached out and offered me up these colors from her D stash.
Oh, nice.
Look at these.
Oh, that's very fall.
Yes, I'm so excited to make this shawl. I have a green, I think, that I'm gonna use. I don't have it nearby though, but I think I'm gonna use a green
Yeah.
with this. I
That'll be
think.
pretty.
Like
Yeah.
a dark green
Yeah,
thinking-
it's like
or like-
darker. Yeah.
or like a pine. Yeah, pine color
Yeah.
maybe. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh,
So
that
I'm
would
so
be
excited.
awesome.
I'm so excited to make this shawl. I'm looking forward to it.
Well-
So yeah.
So I guess we're making sock arm sweaters in September.
No, we
Because I
willing to
said
try.
so apparently.
I'd be willing to try.
I'm doing knits for my exploration station,
Ooh,
That's
yes.
gonna be
ooh,
amazing.
yeah. Those
which is
colors are really
Malabrigo that I
awesome.
had for something else. But I just have to make sure these two aren't together for the brioche section. Because
yeah, that's why I mapped
be
mine
one
out
of
today.
Wait. There's brioche in this thing?
yes, but you can just do garter instead.
Do it. You can do it.
I've never done it before either. He has a video, Amy.
Me neither. I've done a swatch and that was about it.
It's really not that bad. I promise. I promise. I promise.
See, I think
I pinky promise.
I think the problem I had with it, because I did a swatch and it was okay, is all the
Yeah.
terminology. You know, they could just as easily use the word slip stitch or, you know, pass or whatever instead of making up a whole other word for it.
I mean, yeah, fair.
I mean, I was confused by the lasagna beanie, so I mean, you gotta really take that into consideration.
Well, but
Well-
it was written weird though. Like that's different. Like when stuff is like written really weird, I'll just be like, okay, I'm not doing this because I don't, because I just don't have time to sit here and like dissect and try to like figure it out. It's like no.
I'll
thank
do.
you.
Hold on.
We're listening.
Let me think this challenge through before I say.
See, that's
Before
why
you commit.
I never think it through first.
Okay, wait. Let me ask the question first. Does the exploration station have to be fingering weight, or can it be DK weight?
It
Oh.
calls for fingering, but you could probably do it in DK because it's not a huge shawl in fingering. So DK would make it, bigger.
I say yes.
And y'all are doing this for August?
Well, we were doing it when Joe was done with the ranunculus, sometime like after next week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's no set, it's just
There's no start or end. There are no start or end dates on our cows right now. We just
there's no rules, no prizes, just fun.
I was
Discuss.
gonna say I'll try it, but you have to make a crochet challenge for something coming up.
Okay, yes,
absolutely.
for sure.
Yeah,
The hookers need a voice too.
that's right.
No, I agree.
Won't somebody think of the hookers?
Well, we're not going to go against somebody who identifies as bisexual.
Right.
Because there's some
Whereas,
crazy little crochet patterns that I would like to do, but I would like somebody else to go down with me.
No, I would totally do that with you.
I'd do it. Yeah, let's do it.
Like I love that one from that lady that's a Russian designer. And she can't sell them anymore. It's like this really cool flower looking thing.
Oh, I know the one you're talking about.
It was really popular, and then it's a blanket, and it takes a lot of yarn apparently.
Hello, Miss Ann Pinkava.
Hi, sorry for dropping in without saying anything, but hi.
That's fine.
Hello.
You're welcome.
That was a little iffy, but thanks anyways.
What's up, Ann?
That's a little like that's
Sorry,
great.
sorry, I'm counting.
Her chair. And I did
Sorry.
make sandwiches, but that's fine.
Sorry, I'm focusing.
Hey, sorry, I was counting.
No, it's okay. You're good.
Okay.
So how's
Yeah.
things, Ann? Welcome.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello,
Welcome
my
to our
baby.
world.
Hello, my darling. Hello, my ragtime gal. Is that better?
Perfect. Maybe a little too far, but thank you. No, but I was
Can't please her at all.
I'm the worst.
Okay,
Sorry.
Amy,
Yes.
sorry, real quick. A message to you from Joe Bob.
Wait, I don't. So it really is Garter, and there's only like,
No, I guess she's saying
No,
skip the brioche. I don't know.
oh,
No.
Skip the Ocean do Garter.
I don't know who this person in the chat is, but I think we have a bot.
Welcome,
Well,
George.
You can
What you
ban
knitting?
them.
So Ann, what's up with you?
That's why you
Now
need
that
a
you've
mod.
No, I was
Now
going
that
to
you-
be sensible tonight because I have I'd started writing out all my Shark Week cards. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm like, no, I want to work on my socks and hang out. So I figured I would.
Yay!
It's
Are
like,
you gonna
no,
do
no.
Are you gonna do an exploration station or a sock arm sweater with us? Because it'll be after summer for the sock arm, and then you can be done with socks, but still use sock yarn.
Never. I'll
I
never
tried,
do-
Joe. I tried.
No, I'm not. I'm not super fond of the whole Stephen West thing. I mean, I've made a couple. I've made the Rockefeller, and I just did the shark tooth for Shark Week, and I'm like, oh yeah, that was nice. But I'm not like, I don't know, like the basket weave stuff he did. I thought that was pretty. But I'm
Yeah, I was
not
wondering
like gung ho. Really, I'm just,
The new socks are odd. I'll just
yeah,
say
the
that.
They're
ones with
very-
the weird kind of stripes
Mhm.
across the top. Yeah, that was
Yeah, and there's
They're
like
very-
V. No, there's another one in. This
Oh.
one, it has
Oh,
like
the
a
new
V
one,
stitch,
the Slippy
and
V
it
one
looks
from
like
that shawl.
It's very odd.
Yeah. No, but we're doing the sock arm sweater, and I know you have sock yarn. You do that with us.
That's true. Though, okay, so I
She's like,
actually did the thing where I did 2 socks at a time, but with different colors, and I'm doing that again. So I'll have 2 matching
smart
pairs
woman.
because I have to knit fast now if I'm going to finish by the end of August. So, anyways, but then I have yarn left over from each of these, and a friend of mine who actually wears the socks I make her, which is incredible. I'm like, well, I can always do contrasting heels and toes and eke that out. And she likes ankle socks too, particularly. Like that is perfect. We can do so much with this. So I'll probably still be knitting socks even after I'm done with my self-imposed sock challenge.
I just wanted to trigger some people.
I know.
With the crochet?
No, all the strings.
Oh. Well,
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't envy weaving those in.
It's actually gotten not bad. I've kind of gotten used to it. Although I need more, like Yolanda gave us a tip about the weaving in ends of knit. I need to know if there's a crochet version.
I think
I
there is
crochet over the ends when I crochet.
I do that too, and I'm tying off every round because it's a new color every round. But I still get myself a really long one to weave in because I don't like the little nub.
Yeah.
I don't want nubbins. So, but look at it.
you were saying
Look at it.
it's so pretty.
It is.
That is very
it's getting
awesome.
really big too. That's cool.
And it's one of those things too where there's so many colors it almost goes back to being a neutral.
Yeah.
So
Oh, go with
really
anything. Mm-hmm.
That will go in my stash to sell for Let Them Live, and it will not be cheap.
No.
No, not when you're alternating every row.
That will require a large donation.
Mhm.
yeah.
Well, it should.
Oh, sorry. I was going to say that Amy was saying earlier with needing a crochet along. I know that Jackie, it's Crochet ADHD. She
Right.
has a cowl pattern that she's going to come out with soon. That was very
Ooh,
pretty. And it was kind of like the Knit Chat cowl, but a kind of crochet. It's that kind of idea of a pattern anyways, but it's a crochet thing. And I
See,
think that's in DK, she said. But the
And
pattern
y'all should watch her channel. She's really funny.
I have her subbed, and I've gotten started, and then it got interrupted, and then started. That's why I'm like 3 behind on
She's
y'all's
so
episode.
funny.
I'm behind on Anne's episode. I'm behind on Morgan's episode. I'm behind everybody.
There's too many episodes sometimes, I think. Not enough
So
hours in the day.
Challenge or a giveaway.
Yeah.
You got good odds against me. But I ain't gonna say it.
Well, it's,
I have a
this is
crochet
my
project. Oh, go
What?
ahead.
Oh, yeah.
this is my knit group at every Monday. So go ahead, Trees.
Did you take care of the troll in
Oh.
the chat?
I
He
have.
hasn't said anything else.
Okay. Do you ban him?
No, not yet.
Oh.
He
I'm
gave
making
us
this.
hearts and flowers.
Yeah, hearts and flowers.
Make it
I'm
what?
making this longer than I usually do just because I love it so much. So it's going to be a big shawl. I
Nice.
started this January 1st and I can't get it all into.
Oh, that's pretty.
I love that.
That's pretty.
I like that.
You're right back.
I think I said this before. I was kind of regretting the dark red and the navy.
No,
But
no.
now see,
I like 'em.
usually I wear my shawls like bandana, so I don't need to make them giant. I don't want to stop on this. I want to make it as big as I can.
It's really pretty.
So I love moss stitch.
What yarn are you using? Odds and ends or
Scrap.
specific yarn?
Yep, just scraps.
Nice.
So that's the other thing,
Nice.
And how many pair of socks do you have left in the Ann Sock Challenge?
I have this pair, and then I have 2 more.
You can do it.
And today's the 7th.
Yeah.
You got
Well,
time.
Yeah.
It should be good.
Well, thank you, Cheryl.
And Senko Farms sent this for Amy.
Now I got to decide
Amy
when to
walked
stop.
away.
Oh, thank
You
you.
can always
Oh,
stop and start a new one. You can always,
go.
you
Amy.
can always stop and start a new one.
True. Yeah.
I do like moss stitch or linen stitch, whatever they
I like
call it.
the fabric it gives.
hmm It goes fast.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, Cheryl, yeah. So,
With
but
with any knitting challenge thing, Shark Week included, that it's really great for me in one way, because on one way I'm forced to finish stuff quickly, and on the other it makes me creative for all the things that I could be knitting. Like, I still want to do a chart of Morgan's one tattoo that she has, that she's like, this would make a great hat. I'm like, that's right, it would. And I'm going to chart that because it would be really simple. Have I? No. I'm like, there's graph paper, there's everything. I'm like, no, still haven't done it.
Yeah,
keep meaning
I
to.
haven't either. Because I'm just like, I don't have time. Like, I just, like, with all the test knits that I've got to do, which, well, I shouldn't say it like that. I don't have that many test knits to do, but I I felt so bad because I was in the Wise Owl Knits group for the Solomon poncho, and I had to start it completely over again yesterday. So this is like the 3rd time of me completely starting over. And I'm like, I'm so
Liz.
sorry, Cheryl.
Liz, we love you. We miss
Hi,
you.
Liz.
Hey, Liz. I love
We
you.
love you.
But yeah, that's a really intricate
Sorry, Ann.
cable pattern, isn't it?
Well, it is, and it would help if it's sort of a combination of I'm half not paying attention and probably half too tired to be like, doing it. But so I kept getting myself screwed up, and finally I showed a picture. I'm like, this does not look like everyone else's. I'm like, I'm sorry. Like, so then yesterday I tried to fix it, and then I realized I think what I did incorrectly was I know what I did incorrectly was I was doing the cabling on the wrong side when it should be on the right side. But then I was trying to like switch it around to go back, and I dropped stitches on purpose to like change them around or whatever. But then I couldn't get them to like so finally I'm like,
Yeah, that's what I'm like. I'm done. That's no.
So I ripped it out again. So this is now the third time that I'm doing it again, and I'm sorry, Cheryl. I'm like, this might be late. I'm really sorry. I'm
Don't feel
trying.
bad. I did that on my own pattern once, and I had already knit it once.
I still
And the
have
second sample, I had to keep pulling it out and starting over, and it's like, what am I doing wrong? It's my pattern. Why can I not knit my pattern?
Liz, I'm still exactly where I left off on your story keeper.
I know. You'll get to it at some point. I'm not stressing. I
Not like you
appreciate
need me
it.
for the test anymore, but I'm like, this is why I don't
No.
test because I feel bad. I'm like, I'm getting a free pattern that I
Yeah,
like
but
wimp out.
you
of
got
it.
sick.
I
It
know.
wasn't your fault you got sick.
I got sick, and then somebody made up some stupid shark challenge thing, and then I got all sidetracked. And then
Just
Yeah,
give it to
did
Denise.
that? What a jerk.
Just give the pattern to Denise and let her knit it because she likes to knit.
I am going to do it, but I'm thinking the one you did with the solids was really pretty.
Oh, thanks.
Like, I think using the variegated isn't going to be as pop. So I think I'm going to rip out what I've got and do it in the solid sections. Because I have, I know you what it calls for the pattern, but you don't need me to test that part anymore. So, so the way the sections are, I wonder if it'd be cool to like do it like in a set of minis or something,
That would be pretty.
Because then it would be
That
a
would be really
solid
pretty.
instead of the variegated. Then you would see the fan more. So,
That would be pretty.
so I thought about
Yeah, I had the idea in my head, and I worked with the wonderful yarn Tina did.
Yeah. Yeah, and it looks good. But I like the other one with the pops of the color that you did in the sections.
Yeah.
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 I like color
Yeah,
blocks more than I like variegated yarn, which is dumb since I have so much variegated yarn. But I really
Why
like
do I
color
keep
blocks.
buying this?
I don't know.
Right.
It's like Neil and his stupid color seasons. I'm like, I don't like any of those colors for me.
Well, the thing is, I looked at it and I'm like, but is it going to change what colors I wear? No.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna wear snarky t-shirts and jeans. That's what I'm gonna wear. I don't wear any makeup, so
Yeah.
The most girly thing I have done in the last month is caved and got a subscription to Scentbird, which is perfume samples.
Oh, yeah. I've seen that on Stephanie
Because
Harlow.
like I was like,
Yeah.
okay, I think I'm well past the age that I should probably stop using Bath and Body sprays. Like I probably need a real perfume. I mean, we've been married 20 years. I probably need to get serious about this.
I did this.
We
this
all love warm vanilla sugar. Come on.
Yeah. I did this a couple years ago for my kids for Christmas. I went on Amazon and they had different perfume advents and cologne advents.
Oh,
So I got those.
that's
And then
good-
they could try the little ones and decide which one they liked. And then,
Yeah.
then for maybe their birthday, whatever, get them a bottle
Right.
of.
Right.
But then they could decide what they liked to wear and didn't like to wear.
Right. And that's what this is. You get like a little 5 milliliter one, but then they also had smaller sample ones. So I ordered some of those, and you can several of those, so I can see which ones I like. And it's only like $16 a month or something. You get one, and I'm like, I figure do it a couple months. I've got enough stash, and if I like one, then I buy a bigger one of that.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
that's the most girly thing I've done in the last like ever.
That my daughter likes lipstick, so I got her a lipstick advent one year. And it had some, really wild colors.
One more time. Almost done with it.
But she wears them all, so that's
Well, that's good.
even the blue and the green when she loves Twitch streams, so that makes her happy.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the last girly
do-
thing I did. I can't even really remember. Like, I can't even really think off the top of my head What was the last? I mean, I can think of the last like tomboy like thing that I did. I went fishing and and cleaned fish. Woo, But yeah, it's.
I think
That's
the last
about it.
girly thing I went to was my niece's wedding 2 years ago because I had to dress up for that. And
There you
we don't dress up much at home. My son does because he's more the clothes horse than anyone in the
Okay.
family.
Done cooking dinner. Sorry.
Don't even talk to me about shoes because that boy has a shoe thing. It's not healthy.
So does
Like-
my brother. I'm like, dude, no, stop.
I
with
figured it out. I figured it out, and it's the whole trend, and Therese knows this too because it was a thing when we were young girls shopping at the mall.
Yeah.
That's what teenage girls did. Boys do the same thing, but it's getting skins in video games. Think about it, because they always have to trick out their gun or their character, whatever. It's the same exact thing as girls trying on clothes at the mall, and that's their gateway to it in real life. And I told my son that, and he was offended, but then he thought about it. And he's like, "Yeah, you're kind of right." But yeah, he has a thing for shoes. More so, my daughter likes boots. She's into all kinds of crazy boots that look like.
Yeah, my kid bought like 2 pairs of shoes last year that he's never put on his feet. I'm like, they'll get dirty. I'm like, at least I use my yarn. It just takes me a while.
I was about
They're
to say,
shoes.
it's like, oh, well, I don't know. Have I done anything girly lately? Say, while knitting something
I know, but-
lacy.
That's like grandma girly. I mean, like girly.
Girly.
My youngest was a shoe fiend. I mean, constantly with the shoes. One day I walked into her room. She was probably 16, and she was sitting in the middle of her floor, and all of her shoes was all around her in a big circle. And she was just like looking at it. It was crazy.
Shoe seance.
Maybe she was
three
conjuring
shoes. Which
more.
one
I
should
don't
I
know.
wear?
Exactly.
You
For
interrupted
me,
her.
it's either Converse or flip flops.
He was creating
Yeah,
a
well,
portal to like the ultimate shoe.
I wear flip flops year round. I mean, where we are, the only time I put on regular shoes is when we're walking. Other than that, I wear flip flops, and when I get dressed up for something, they're dressy flip flops.
Yeah,
Sparkle. Amy knows what I'm talking about.
and regular sandals.
See, I admit I love me some heels. But even so, it's like, okay, am I gonna wear heels to church today? No, I'm gonna wear the sandals that I always do. It's like, no, really, you could. I have a lot. I can wear them, but I'm also rather a tall gal, so
Mhm.
there is that level of self-consciousness of clacking around in my tall
Yeah.
shoes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but all those supermodels wear
I have
high
never
heels, and they're
worn
tall.
heels in my life. So ever.
Ever?
First of
Oh
all,
my gosh!
they don't make many size 11 heels.
No, they don't.
I would
Second of
say
all,
they do. First off, so
Or the
state-
supermodels. Yeah.
Well, also, as my mother always told me, I remember we were in this like used clothes store, and she's like, "Yeah, they always have the high heels for larger sizes." I'm like, "What?" And she's like, "For cross dressers mostly." But thanks, mom.
That is true. My mom explained that to me too because she had worked with
So
one
I'm
who-
looking in the wrong store.
Exactly. And they were like, the big like on the front of the shoe as well as the back with like metal studs in them. And I'm like, well, that's not really my thing though.
No.
No?
Okay, so let me rephrase that. They don't make a lot of size 11 women's heels that you can find at Rack Room Shoes.
Yes.
And for 2, when your husband is 3 inches shorter than you don't play that game.
Fair. Unfortunate, but fair.
Eat an animal.
We love you, Liz.
That's my
Oh
girl.
Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to have to wear heels to work
Mm-hmm.
when I worked in the bank, and then when I worked in the gallery, we would wear them for shows.
Mhm.
Like, I
Some of the
literally
girls wore them every day, but I
Yeah,
tried
that
not
was really
to.
fun.
because like the pointy ones where you're like walking on this teeny tiny little,
Mhm.
no, I would hurt myself. I hurt myself barefoot. Like, I'm not going to put myself 3 inches in the sky on a teeny tiny 1/4 inch round thing. No.
I fall off of flip flops. Yes,
Yes.
no, we're not doing
I
that.
literally fell in flip flops in my house because the front of my sandal got caught under that stupid little thing between your tile
It's
and
a
your
thing.
wood.
It's a thing.
And I went flying into my kitchen and landed on my elbows and my side. No, I'm not going to stand on a teeny tiny little 1/4 inch piece of whatever from Rack Room.
So what you're saying is that when you're reduced to selling foot pictures, that it won't be in any fancy shoes. Like these will just be straight up feet.
Bare feet.
Well, she's gonna have to, she won't be the only one in the fiber community that have the OnlyFans. Okay, I shouldn't have said that. No, we had one show, one art show, and it was one of our bigger wins of the year. And I took my shoes off at one point in one of the viewing rooms, and I did not see them for 3 hours, and I was just barefoot on the carpet the rest of the show. And since I had a long dress on, nobody knew. It's just like, hey, we got ready to go, and I'm like, oh, I guess I should put my shoes back.
Like when we got married, I made sure to pick out the flattest ballet shoes they had, and my husband's tuck shoes. I don't even know where. Like maybe they rented the shoes. I don't even know how that worked. But his shoes had enough of a heel. I was like, hey, that helps.
Hey.
It takes a confident man to have a woman who's 3 inches taller than him. Although he says it's only 2.
You let
Yeah,
him.
my son says my daughter's not
Guys don't-
taller than him. She is.
I know where you're going with that, Juries.
Nope.
Oh, Lord.
Now. Joe's not here to comment, so
The fish was this big.
I'm going to ignore the chat because Tomsky's there.
Oh no. Do I dare go and see what?
No.
Oh.
I want to see.
I can put it on the screen if you want,
I just went and saw what he said. So yeah.
but you won't.
And Lynn's here too. Hi, Lynn.
Hi, Lynn. You came at the right time.
Fine.
Just in time for chaos.
Pirate bothers me not. So
Oh no. You keep it real.
love me, pirate. Anne shared that thing about Ripaverse and what was it about? Pirate something?
Oh, that they're doing
Oh.
a sale on the first issue of Isom,
Yes.
and the promo code is pirate.
Pirate.
Oh yeah,
Pirate.
I saw that.
I think it's for Jay's thing though.
I know,
because
that's so
Jay
far
has a
off
pirate
pirate.
channel too, but you're like, no, it doesn't matter. It's just
My pirate.
Yeah, no, mine got shipped, so I'm excited.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
I haven't
good.
got a
Mine-
notification yet. I wonder. I mean, I've been like
No.
searching my spam folder, like, kind of like, is he gonna call me back? Am I going to get my comic book?
Anne's gonna be rethinking that ISOM pattern.
Well, it is still laying on the floor. I step over it every day. It is still sitting there because I'm like, oh, do I do this? Do I do that? I don't know.
I got mine like after a lot of people did, so I figure I'll be on the tail end because I couldn't get logged back in and like I had to reset my password and all kinds of stuff. So
Oh yeah.
Yeah, mine was a mess. I just did it under Riley's email and sent it to my mother-in-law's address because it's easier than trying to fix mine. And then she'll wonder why there's packages coming there when Riley doesn't live there anymore. But we'll get them eventually. So I got mine from Jay the other day.
Oh,
My
have you read it yet?
Akamatic Blue. No, I have not. But that's a beautiful book, though. I mean, it's solid. It's not a tiny little book. It's serious.
Oh.
So I'm excited.
No, and it's a really cute story. Like that thing's adorable. But yeah, it is. It's like, oh my god, like, oh, thunk. It's a
I know.
this
I'm
is a
excited. I just haven't read it yet.
I haven't got that one yet, but I will eventually.
Haven't either.
The Canadian Bear. Um, but yeah, and I guess Anime Matsuri's coming up in
Mhm.
Houston, I guess, this year. So that'll be
Yep.
fun to see what kind of content they bring out from that.
That'll be fun.
Yeah. It's nice when all the people, wrong thinkers are doing well and getting their content out there.
Mhm.
You know?
Definitely good to see.
So, I mean, I get Stephen West is not for everybody. I do, but the whole anti-Stephen West bingo that's on Reddit, I thought was
Oh,
a little harsh, but, his patterns aren't for everybody.
I mean,
And a lot of his patterns I don't like, but I think too it depends on the yarn. And sometimes,
I was just getting ready to say the color palette makes all the difference.
yeah, some of them you do them in solid and they look like totally different.
mm-hmm. That's very true.
Murder Knits is here.
Hi, Tabitha.
Hey, Tab.
Hey, Tim.
Welcome. Hope you're doing well.
But yeah, even I, as a not Stephen West liking generally person, I'm like, no, his patterns are well written. Like they're love. There, Tabitha said it. But it's like, no, they're fine patterns, and if that's your style, go for it. It's just like it's a lot of it just isn't my thing. And you did say, I have seen some of his wild, colorful knits knit up in one color, just fabulous. Textures, beautiful. Like I said, he explains himself well throughout the pattern. There's video tutorials. It's great. He does a good product. Whatever.
I just think of it as a learning thing for me because I'm not always going to use everyone, but I like it because I always learn new techniques. And he's so positive; he makes you feel good about knitting it. It's like he's like, "Oh, you don't have the right stitches. Don't worry about it. Add a couple. It's fine."
Mhm.
So
I did that today. I was off by 2 stitches in the one panel. I was like, I'll just do what Stephen West says to do, and I'll just add some wherever.
Exactly. Just be like, and I'm just gonna fudge it a little bit. It's gonna be good.
Well, it's 2 stitches. It's not like it was, massive amount.
20.
you could just throw some mohair in there too, Trees, because that's also another suggestion that he does quite often.
Throw some mohair. It covers up all the sins.
That's right. It's fuzzy. You won't even notice.
Perfect.
I'm sneezing and itching. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not allergic, but it's still, you're like, get this out.
I don't know. I haven't worked with a lot of mohair. I mean, I've done a little bit, but there was this one really crappy alpaca blend yarn. I think it might have been a Lion Brand product that I was using for stuff, and it felt like the yarn wanted to come apart, and it was like hanging out with a husky. There was hairs everywhere, and it was like getting off, and you could like feel it in my face. It was terrible stuff.
They
Okay.
probably
It
didn't
almost
take
swore me off
yard
the
hair
whole
off.
idea.
Okay. That starts it.
That would be hilarious.
Oh, wow.
Like,
But you should do it all in Halloween colors.
because okay, first off,
She would
Tabitha's
say yes.
Beetlejuice shawl is
Mhm.
still one of the most beautiful pieces of
Oh, I know.
knitwear to me. That's like
Absolutely.
high level. She hated it. We did a draw to send her money to finish it. It was fantastic, but it's just beautiful. But also, Tabitha, pretty please. If you do that, you need like Survivor style shaky camera video blogs about that, please. I want like production value. I want you to be knitting it, and I want you to go into a darkened room onto the other side and tell me about how you're feeling while you're knitting it, and then go back for the thing. And that would be just, anyways, it'd be fantastic.
Yes, Senko Farms. Don't you know that if you're old and boring, they're just the patterns for you, according to Reddit.
His and Andrea Mallory. Yeah, that's right. No, I think Tavish should knit them all in Halloween colors
Ooh,
because it'd be pretty.
it's a pretty great shawl.
Yeah, they're really going after the boring old white women on Reddit all the time. Newsflash, I'm pretty sure the ones commenting are mostly boring old white women.
I guess.
Oh, they're
Yeah.
not boring. They have green and blue hair.
Right. Forgot about that.
Yeah,
It's
but
like,
well, that's true. Well, I think green and blue hair is the new boring. I'm just saying. Not that it can't be
That's-
fun, but I'm saying that it's becoming a little cliched that it's going to swing back around and get them. But I'm just sorry. I'm still stuck on the point of having Tabitha do her own reality TV show because, as I was saying to Amy the other day, when she's not here to say it, it's like we are the media now. We can totally do that. It's entirely possible, even though Tabitha's cussing me out because she's like
Aw.
editing it and I don't want to do it. But it would make for great TV, Tabitha. Think of it. Think of the fans.
thanks, guys. 26 watching and 11 likes. Thanks, everybody.
Yay.
We appreciate it.
Woohoo.
Yay.
Smash that like button.
That's right. And we don't, call out other designers because we don't like their style. We call them out for other reasons, but not if we don't like their patterns because everyone's allowed to like whatever patterns they want to like.
Yep.
We don't care.
And we're not even super mad that he upskirted the Jolly Green Giant. Okay, that's fine.
Wait, what?
Oh,
I
sorry.
wanna
There's a
know.
picture of him in his house where there's like this like rug of a green butt behind him.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
At first, I'm like, wait a
Oh,
minute,
so-
what?
wait, what?
And then he started explaining it, and I'm like, oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
that's right.
Sorry.
That's
Jolly Green Giant in a skirt. And
Oh, here you go.
Wait, what?
Yes, murder Ned
Yes.
Beast dog about it. See,
What?
it'd be so funny.
It would, with a shaky camera following her like Blair Witch.
Yeah.
I really don't know if I'm going to finish this one because it's starting to get to me.
It is like there's like a flashlight at her face and it's a little too close.
With the kids screaming in the back because there'll be the
Yeah.
sound effects. Oh, that'd be awesome. I'd pay to watch that.
mm-hmm.
But, yeah, crazy. No, Exploration Station is next, I think, once Joe Bob finishes her ranunculus, is since she's doing 2 of them. And then we'll see what happens. After that, I guess it's Stripe September with sock arm sweaters.
Supposedly, that was my idea, but
Well, Joe said it's on you now, so we have to
Right.
do it. So you're going to have to film an episode and talk about it, Morgan.
you know what? That's right. So I think I'm gonna record tomorrow. Actually, I was kind of planning on recording tomorrow, and so
Cool.
yeah, I'll be like, all right, we're gonna do the sock arms sweater because Joe said so.
I will not be doing that.
That's
Well,
okay.
Here's the secret. If you say something and Joe hears you say something about doing something, she's going to tell you yes. And then
it's set in
It's a-
stone.
it's set in stone. Unless
Yeah.
it's the Pinguano Station, which has gotten postponed multiple times. Joe Bob's not here. She had to work.
Yeah.
So
Well,
she'll be here next
also-
week.
Okay. And again with the Stephen West thing. Like, who wants to wear the Penguano Station? It's like,
I do.
okay.
I do. Depending on the color. Again, with Stephen West, the color,
I want to
But-
see you make one of Pittsburgh Steelers colors. And then you can wear it to all the Pittsburgh Steelers bars
Hey.
during football season. See?
with all my Steelers socks and Steelers shawls and Steelers cows
Yeah.
There you
What's
go.
one more?
and I will not be the most crazy dressed person in the place,
Oh no.
even with all that stuff on.
There's always a crazier dressed person.
All of them. These people go all out.
No, if you're just walking around on a weekday and not football season, everyone's wearing Steelers stuff in Pittsburgh. It's just how it be.
Yeah. Yeah, but we have
Yeah.
Steeler Nation everywhere. Every state there's groups and groups.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Pirate
have to-
Thompson. Joe Bob is not homeless. Stop rumors.
That's her mobile office, not a mobile home. She has a home. Penguano Station. No, it's the Penguano. We just
According to
every Stephen West Pattern is a station now because Tabitha did that, and so we've just taken it over. So every Stephen West Pattern has station at the end. One of these days, it's going to get back to him, and he's going to wonder who these people are who are reading all his patterns. Trace, that one's for you. He's calling out your
I saw
Steelers.
it.
Casey,
I saw it.
no, not
We'll
Kansas
see.
City.
We'll
Hmm.
see.
Yes, he is a KC fan, all the way from far away
How
from
dare
Kansas
you.
City.
Couldn't
Hey,
be a
Tomsky,
Packer
who's
fan,
your
huh?
baseball team?
Oh, Liz, you can root for the Lions. I hope they'll do better this season just for you because you deserve it.
Mm-mm.
I will roll my eyes less at them because of you, Liz.
Our local team sucks, so I don't support them anyway because I'm a Giants fan. But we have the formerly known as Oakland Raiders are now the Las Vegas Raiders, and they are not very good.
They're just awful. Just terrible.
I feel like
We
I
do
should
have-
tell Tomsky to support the Pittsburgh Pirates, but that might be a cruel joke. Sorry.
Does anyone support the Pittsburgh Pirates?
The Pittsburghers.
Pittsburgh.
Well, yeah.
Yinzers.
It's a weak point in their otherwise stellar sports history.
Yes.
Didn't the Pirates
Yeah.
just beat I don't know if they swept the Brewers or if, but see, here's the thing though. The Brewers have always been this thing where it's like, we can like get like just to the point of being like, okay, like maybe we can like just get into the playoffs. And then every single year, it's the same thing every single year. It's just like,
Yep.
can we,
Hey,
but that's, fan
Baltimore
Cubs went 92 years without winning the championship, didn't they?
Right.
So
I know, and it makes me
Anything
very,
can
very
happen.
sad that they got one before we did.
Well, Baltimore
very
just
sad.
had they just celebrated Saturday the 40-year anniversary of winning the World Series. The World Series before that in '79 that they lost was to the Pirates. So I'm not a fan of Pirates. like the Penguins, like the Steelers, no Pirates. I'm still holding a grudge.
we do have a good hockey team. Our hockey team, the Golden Knights, won the Stanley Cup, and they've only been around for like 4 or 5 years, so that was pretty cool. And we love our hockey team here because they were huge supporters of Las Vegas when we had that big mass shooting, and all the players were going out to doing the blood drives and everything, and just really supporting the city.
That's good.
But yeah, I saw Kaepernick was putting out a video the other day about how ready he is to come back to the NFL. Turns out it was for Nike, and the players with him were forced to do it because of their Nike contracts.
Well, did you see?
As the gamers say, get good.
Yeah, exactly. There's I keep seeing on commercials on YouTube, or no, on MLB. The Nike did like an action hero comic thing of Megan Rapinoe. Yeah, I see
Yeah.
this. You won't even talk about baseball, so you can't talk sports.
Tomsky, you are not an American, so you cannot have the
You don't
final
have
say on what sports we talk about in America. Sorry.
Well, I mean, considering current Marvel and DC, Megan Rapinoe lines up perfectly.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
Hey,
So
is it wrong that I was glad that they lost?
No,
They're
'cause
so.
yes.
And did you see how she lost her penalty kick, and then she claims the best thing that came out of her career was for social justice and getting equal pay? Like, what about the actual soccer?
What about
Did
soccer?
that not matter?
The actual sport. Thank you very much.
And I'm sorry, I'm not supporting any team that is rude about the national anthem.
Yeah, but you know what? She is exactly like Kaepernick. Kaepernick was not very good. Now, she was good early on, but for the last couple years, she hasn't been very good. And same with Kaepernick. He was benched. Okay.
He was 2-14 his last season.
He was a terrible quarterback. So then he started all this shenanigans, as a distraction. And they're the exact same person.
Would anybody know his career
Football.
without it? Probably not.
No, and that's it. They were going to get rid of him. They were going to trade him, and he didn't want to go. So he figured if he did a protest, they would have to keep him. And that didn't work out the way he wanted it to. And Rapinoe was the first other athlete to kneel from another sport. But karma's a thing. You don't support the country that pays for you to play for them, well then, you might not win. And their whole equal pay thing made me so angry. It's like they don't make equal money because they don't bring in equal money. People don't pay to watch them play. They pay to watch the men play. So it's like all these actresses who want equal pay, who want equal contracts. It's like, well, if I'm going to hire you or I'm going to hire Tom Cruise, I'm going to pay Tom Cruise more because he brings in more at the box office, most likely. It's, that's just, your value. People, that's not getting equal pay. That's getting paid per your value that the person hiring you sees in you. And if they don't think you're going to bring in box office money, they're not going to pay you the same as some other actor. And, that's just the facts of it.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Can y'all hear my cat?
Evident.
Do y'all
Yeah.
hear that?
Chomsky said we're talking about women's soccer, so it's not real sports.
Right. Yeah, like the WNBA. Like nobody watches that.
Exactly.
I was about to say,
We had a
or
W-
like cricket. What's with that, anyways?
We had a WNBA. I forgot. We had a WNBA team here. I don't
Yeah, we
know
do.
what they are, but I don't pay attention because I don't watch the WNBA. But there's actually a team, so good for them, I guess.
Yeah, so sorry if you can hear my cat. He is so weird. There are times where he doesn't like it when I'm in the bedroom and he can't be. He's been very, very needy today. He's like more needy than like he normally is, but he does not like it when I'm in the bedroom with the door closed and he can't be right by me. So he gets all, upset and starts whining at the door, even though Corey's home. It's like, go. There's another human out by you. Why don't you? Nope, he doesn't like it if like one of the two of us is not, right there, giving him all the attention, even though he doesn't stay for the attention. He'll come up on your lap for maybe like 5 seconds, and then he'll be like, "Okay, I'm off to do something else now. Bye."
It's like I just want to feel like I'm the priority, literally always.
Did you see this, Anne? This
I
comment
did.
was directed at you.
Indeed, I really do know that cricket is a real sport.
I agree, Liz. I think curling is an undervalued sport too. I used to love to watch curling in the Olympics because I had no idea what was going on, but they had those brooms, and they seemed to really be serious about it.
Yeah, it did look
Especially
fun.
the Canadians.
Oh yes.
So I guess I gotta pull out my yarn and look at the sock yarn for the sock arm sweater now. Figure out where I put it away.
It was Amy
Heavy
who
yarn.
brought it up. It wasn't even me.
I know, but you said that sounds cool, and Joe jumped on it because that's what Joe Pop does.
Hey,
I
well,
know.
Amy is back.
I'm back. What I missed?
Hey. Oh, sports ball.
I like sports ball.
Oh, that's
We're
good.
not allowed to talk about it according to Tomsky because we're women. Oh Lord.
Yes, and Tomsky doesn't want any
Oh,
attention
Amy.
from his chats whatsoever.
There you go, Amy.
No pats on the
Comment.
head for him.
They get all pissy when you don't pay them attention, but a pat on the head is enough to keep them like. We'll talk later, sir.
Anyways, Amy, So as a family, my mother found the Louisiana test that they gave to see if you could vote or not, the literacy test. And she
Wait, we have that?
we don't have that.
We have that?
Apparently at one point in history you did. So
No way.
it was on the internet, so we tried it, and the questions are all really weirdly worded. It's more of a reading comprehension than a literacy test, so there's like some weird stuff in there. Anyways, now my brother is going around saying, well, as the only one around here who can vote in Louisiana, I say we should, like, he's like taking it as a point up from everybody else because the rest of us made like silly mistakes, and he's like, well, you know.
I thought you were getting ready to like read it to me and make me take it.
Oh no, well, a lot of it, like, you have to actually draw things on the test.
Raw.
Yeah.
What do you
You have to follow the instructions, and you gotta, you know, like,
An
some things
alligator?
are circle and some
Yes,
put a
yes.
line through or a line under, and you gotta.
Yes, you are, Tomsky. You are going to pay for that later in
Yes,
abuse,
you
I'm
will.
sure. Yeah,
You're making that up, Anne.
I
I'm gonna
took
look it
the
up.
test!
I'm looking it up.
I mean, okay.
She's fact checking you, Anne.
Okay, I don't.
No, I want to see what's on the test.
Well, maybe the test was a lie, but there was a test that I saw and I took.
I just know that when you turn a certain age, they're like, you register to vote. Okay, yes or no. The end.
I think it's a historical thing. I think it's one of those things like they talk about, you know, that they had these racist literacy tests. to
Yeah,
keep
no, it's
I think that was one of them.
Well, hit me with one of the
yeah,
questions.
yeah, it's a thing.
No, I
It's-
said it's a
that's just-
thing.
I don't know when. It says it's to be given to anyone who cannot prove a 5th grade education.
There we go. You found it, Liz.
Well, that's like 90%
great.
of Louisiana. So
Hey, that's some of my relatives in the South. Okay,
I live here.
my grandpa never finished 6th grade. Okay, he went to work in a factory.
My dad never finished 6th grade either. But he could vote.
Hey. Oh, but anyways,
Hmm.
no, you don't. Just saying.
No. You get detention.
Can you still beat your wife on the courthouse steps in Vegas? I don't know. Liz.
There's some weird rules in each state. There's some weird
Mhm.
stuff.
I know. We were joking about how Las Vegas used to be the marriage capital, but at the same time, Reno was the divorce capital because people would come to Reno and they'd have to live here for a month to get residency, and then they could get their divorce. And they'd have there were all these little hotels and places right across the border from California where people would go and stay so that they could qualify to get their quickie divorces.
Wow.
And celebrities would stay there too and everything. This is crazy.
Yeah, here I think it's like 6 months to a year. And if you had a covenant marriage, it takes even longer to get divorced.
I don't know what the term is now, but it was a month. Either 1 month or 3 months or something, I think, back in the day.
But we be weird. We got laws based on Napoleonic code, so you know.
Maryland is a year.
We
It's less
had
against
kind of
kids, I think. Unless if you don't have kids.
we had kind of a similar thing in South Dakota of that's why Sioux Falls kind of grew, because we were one of the first states in the area that would allow divorces, mainly because it's, you know, it's all on the prairie out here. So murder is easier than divorce sometimes. And, you know, that would be bad. So that's how.
Can you still kill somebody if they steal your horse?
Probably. I mean,
What if
That
they
used to be a thing.
What if they eat your horse?
if it's your horse, you should be able to eat it. I'm just saying.
But what if it's
I
someone
agree.
else's, Anne?
Then that's not your property. That's a different issue.
You're just
I'm
going to
sorry.
walk up and bite a horse?
I love you, Therese.
We're never going to live down. We're never going to live down eating horses on this podcast, are we?
Probably not.
Mm.
That's always going to be a thing.
That's
Look, I'm sorry. If you just open the door for a joke, I'm going in.
Yeah, you're doing it.
Oh my lord.
But yeah, Liz, here lies nagging wife, died in a prairie fire. Yeah. It's like, ooh, the dysentery. It got her. It's like, I swear my husband was killed by a mountain lion and a shovel to the back of the head.
Or where Amy is, the swamp.
The gators got him.
He just went to go feed the gators. I don't know what happened.
get him in the boat.
I'm sure Wisconsin probably had something similar, but
You got Bigfoot or
Wow.
something, some Sam Squanch.
It's
Yeah.
like that or Jeffrey Dahmer will get you. So, you know.
Yeah,
It's a
there you
Aw. Okay, in
yeah.
Alabama, their wrestling matches are prohibited. In Arkansas, alligators may not be kept in bathtubs. In Florida, women may be fined for falling asleep under a hairdryer. So can the salon owner. In Georgia, no one may carry an ice cream cone in their back pocket on a Sunday. In
All
Kentucky, a woman may not buy a hat without her husband's permission.
What?
In Louisiana, a law was passed with a specific intent of stating the punishment for stealing crawfish. And it was $500 or more if you steal crawfish.
Wait, say it again?
This law was passed in 2001 and affects the theft of crawfish of $500 or more.
Exactly, Tomsky.
It includes fines and hard labor.
Oh, yeah. That would make sense.
And
Here.
this is
A way of us making
Okay.
our livings.
Here you go. In Mississippi, a man may not seduce a woman by lying and claiming he will marry her.
Ooh,
Wait, that's how all the dudes.
that never
In
happened.
North Carolina, elephants may not be used to plow cotton fields. In South Carolina, Liz,
Wait, was this a
Legal-
real problem in North Carolina?
I don't know. In South Carolina, it is perfectly legal to beat your wife on the courthouse steps on Sundays. Okay, in Tennessee, more than 8 women may not live in the same house because that would constitute a brothel.
Oh,
In Virginia, it's
There
illegal.
goes our retirement plans.
In Virginia, it's illegal to tickle women.
Wait, it's what?
Illegal to tickle women.
I could get behind that one. I hate being
Yeah.
tickled.
Senko Farms. I catch someone stealing one of my horses. It's on. That's a lot of dog food.
oh.
Oh my god.
You have a dog named Anne, maybe.
First off, that's a bit far.
Oh, but killing Teresa's horses is not too far.
I never said I would kill Teresa's horses, okay? That is.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. Then half the cowboys in movies couldn't go to Colorado because they were all a little tipsy on their horses, drinking that rot gut whiskey. Illegal to fish from the back of a horse. Wow.
All right.
Where was the brothel one?
Brothel was
Not
Tennessee.
Louisiana.
Tennessee. Yeah,
Tennessee, yeah.
Definitely not Vegas. Yeah.
Tennessee. All right, so we can still go live where Yolanda lives and just live have our brothel.
Yes, we just can't plow cotton with an elephant.
To know,
What's Wisconsin?
like you do.
I don't know. Those were just Southern state ones, that
Oh.
article. But yes, there are some weird laws on the books. But in Mississippi, you can beat your wife on the courthouse steps, or South Carolina, on Sundays.
Only Sundays, or you can't do it on
Yeah.
Sundays.
It doesn't say anything about the church
Inquiring
potluck,
about
Liz.
Sundays in particular, and then
It just
that
says
was-
on Sunday. Yeah. I don't know. Okay. Wow,
Well, that
we
was
are
fun.
Wow.
unusual state laws. Okay.
I do have a random question about law. How long are y'all's state legislative sessions? And how many do you have a year?
I don't know. Too long.
I-
Too many.
Ours are, yeah, I think we have two. I think we have two, and there are a couple.
Because I think I read something. We have like the longest or the most or whatever, and then we can call special sessions. Y'all have
Yeah, we
special
can
sessions?
hear.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can do that too, and they were trying to force through the new stadium for the other Oakland team that's coming here.
Because like
Um,
since we have a Democratic governor, now we have a Republican majority. So last year, when he vetoed every bill that got passed that he didn't like, the veto session just didn't go anywhere. So then they just had another legislative session that runs from like April to June, and then it ends. They passed a bunch of the bills. They go to the governor. He says, "Nah, bro, I don't want to do that." So then the Republican has a majority, so they force him to have a veto session, and they managed to get some passed. But I'm like, y'all spend a hell of a lot of time up there not making any decisions. Like, if it
Yeah.
didn't happen,
It's,
and like, what is the point of legislative session if they spend 3 months there, they pass it, and the governor could say, "Nah, I don't want to do it."
well,
no, it's the
because
same thing here because we have a
We don't have
Democrat governor. We've got a
We do
Democrat
too.
governor and a Republican legislature. The same. It's same thing here.
So, like, what's the point of session if you have the majority?
well,
Then it
it's-
doesn't
it's
matter
a vote-
what the governor is.
well,
Why does it
there's
go-
something.
To make all these unilateral decisions after the people have voted.
Well, I
Well-
think it's probably after the principle that it's better for laws to go slower than faster.
Well, I'm down with that.
I don't know. Isn't there something called a veto proof?
Yeah,
where
except we don't
they have
have
enough-
it here. It's really weird because even though we have, I think, a Republican majority, we don't have enough for the veto-proof majority. So Tony Evers has basically been vetoing nearly every gosh darn thing that's been
Right.
coming through for the last, who knows how long.
I agree,
I
Liz.
agree.
It's Dick Cheney and his weather machine again. It caused Katrina.
He doesn't know how to aim. Sorry. In Alabama, it's also illegal to drive blindfolded. In Alaska, you can't put an animal in the back of an open vehicle.
You know what's concerning is that the only reason that is a law is that someone did it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
In Arizona, it's illegal for a donkey to sleep in a bathtub.
What's with the bathtub sleeping?
In Arkansas, you can't honk your horn near a sandwich shop after 9 p.m.
What? Wait a minute.
Tara,
Why would you even?
someone tell Tara this. We have new goals.
In California, it's
We know
illegal
it.
to whistle for a lost canary before 7 a.m.
Wait, what?
In California, it's illegal to whistle for a lost canary before 7 a.m.
Who's out there losing canaries?
Poop on the street.
In
Fine.
Colorado, it's illegal to keep a couch on your porch.
Hey.
That's for
come
Kentucky.
on
Yeah.
now.
In Connecticut, there's going to be in Connecticut, a pickle must be able to bounce.
I'm sorry, what now?
What?
A pickle must be able to bounce.
That sounds
Connecticut.
like a very bad sex joke.
Two men were arrested for selling pickles that were unfit for human consumption. Discussing ways to check for good pickles, officials declared that a pickle is legitimate only if it bounces. The pickles in question did not bounce, so the men were arrested and fined.
No,
Who
thank you.
bounces their pickles?
No, thank you.
In Delaware, you can't sell dog hair.
Get what?
Can't sell dog hair.
So those people that make yarn out of dog hair, they're no good.
In Florida, legal parking fees towards animals must be paid.
Ignoring
Wait, I'm sorry, what?
You have to pay legal parking fees for animals. If you leave your animal in a parking spot, you got to pay the fee, including elephants and camels.
How do you leave an animal?
How
in a
many
parking
elephants are running around in the United States right
It
now?
was 1920s Ringling Brothers, okay?
Doors.
It was 1920s and the Ringling Brothers. So
But also,
in Georgia,
Lord.
it's illegal
there's
to live on a boat
more.
for more than 30 days.
Speaking of stupid facts, there are more tigers owned by private
Yeah.
individuals
Right.
in America than there is in the wild. So
I saw that episode.
I did too.
In Hawaii,
Wait, Liz,
in Hawaii,
what was the Georgia one?
Georgia was you cannot live on a boat for more than 30 days.
Wow.
Wait,
In
wait,
Hawaii,
wait. Georgia's a landlocked state, correct?
they have lakes.
Not many.
In Hawaii, it's illegal to place a coin in your ear. Something about magic shows.
But what if
Yeah,
they
I guess
pull
so.
out the coin?
In Idaho, it's illegal to sweep debris into the street.
Oh, come on.
I mean,
Wow.
In Illinois, in Illinois, it's legal for underage culinary students to drink alcohol.
It's legal?
It is.
Well, that doesn't surprise. I mean, we're talking. I mean, it's the Midwest. We're talking about.
In Indiana, it's illegal to ride a horse above 10 miles per hour.
Is that wait? What about horse racing? Is that possible, Therese?
Wait, what? I didn't hear that.
In-
Wait,
In Indiana, it's illegal to ride a horse above 10 miles per hour.
I'm sure there's exemptions to that for the racetrack in Indianapolis.
How fast do they go when they race?
About 35.
Whoa.
In Iowa, you can't throw a brick on a highway. I would think that would be the same everywhere.
Well,
In Kansas, tire screeching is banned.
Holy.
Damn greasers.
In Kentucky, a woman cannot marry the same man 4 times. Good thing Elizabeth Taylor did not live in Kentucky.
You know, after that 4th time, she had to be damn sure that pickle bounced.
Here you go, Amy.
That is
In your
right.
neighborhood, it's illegal to create a shitty
That's
looking
right.
glass tree.
Guess what? That tree ain't out there no more.
In Louisiana, it's illegal to send a surprise pizza.
Nuh-uh.
what?
hey,
It's considered harassment.
So
Or
if
you might get a $500 fine
if I
Oh,
door
Lord.
dashed Amy a pizza, I'm breaking the law.
if she could
if
well,
Amy claims it as harassment, you got to
Yeah.
report.
in Maine, it's illegal to park in front of Dunkin' Donuts.
Then how do you go in?
You park around the corner, I guess. In Maryland, sleeveless shirts are banned in public parks.
I can get down with this.
Mhm.
I don't need to see your arm.
Are they?
That's what it says.
I don't think that's true.
It's technically
Sleeveless
considered a
shirts are-
park rule violation.
A what rule?
It's a
I don't think
park
that's
rule
true.
violation.
Guys wear wife beaters and tank tops all the time.
Well, maybe nobody's enforcing the law.
That's it.
In Massachusetts, it's illegal to tell fortunes without a certification.
I'm going to that school.
In Michigan, you
It
can't
sounds
sell your vehicle on a Sunday. So
What?
don't sell your car on Sunday, Therese.
That's not.
Okay.
Well,
They
In
probably
Minnesota,
redo a lot of these.
dirty tires are banned. They're considered a public nuisance if they deposit mud, dirt, or other substances on a street or highway. You can get fined.
Okay.
Okay, this is not surprising. In Mississippi, nutrition labels cannot be enforced.
Wait, what? In what
Oh,
way?
just- In 2013, lawmakers barred towns from forcing restaurants to include nutrition information or calorie counts on menus,
Oh.
and communities from requiring restaurants to limit portion size.
Well, duh.
In Missouri, like I said before, in Missouri, bear wrestling is banned.
Ugh. Party pooper.
In Montana, it's illegal to give a rat as a present.
All right.
It's unlawful to raise, sell, or give away rats except as food for reptiles, birds of prey, or both.
But what if your kid really wants a rat for his birthday?
Food?
Or, a bearded dragon.
In Nebraska, you can't get married if you have a VD.
Do they really test for that anymore? I always heard that growing up that they tested for that kind of stuff. And
That's what it says. In Nevada, it's illegal to sit on the sidewalks. In Reno, sorry.
is that true, Liz? People sit on the sidewalk.
I don't know. I've never been to Reno except driving through, so I don't know. In New Hampshire, it's unlawful to pick up seaweed off the beach at night.
Well, Dr. Garrett.
At night. At night.
During the day, it's okay.
Because it's rumored that in colonial times, seaweed was used as a fertilizer and was a hot commodity. In New Jersey, bulletproof vests are banned while committing a crime.
Wow.
Wait,
This may be my favorite one, though. This is my favorite one.
wait. Let me walk this through. I'm gonna go commit a crime, probably with a stolen weapon, and I'm gonna make sure I'm not wearing a bulletproof vest.
That's right, because you could be charged
The
separately for
DA
that.
will get you. The DA will stack that charge.
In New Mexico, this one's my favorite. Quote, idiots are banned from voting.
We know that's not being.
Let's
As
pass
well as
everywhere.
as well as insane persons convicted of a felonious or infamous crime.
We need to pass that everywhere.
In New York,
in the Constitution.
in New York, slippers are banned after 10 p.m.
What?
They're not to be worn after dark.
Slippers.
Oh, wait. Like in your house?
I guess.
Oh, hold up. I
In North Carolina, drunk bingo is unlawful.
Oh.
Clearly, that doesn't apply to bingo or Keno in Las Vegas because
Yeah.
in North Dakota you can't shoot fireworks after 11 p.m.
Okay. I mean, that's,
I mean,
All right.
In Ohio, it's illegal to sell dyed chickens.
Dyed
Good.
chickens?
Yes, because people die. In Oklahoma, tripping a horse is outlawed.
as
That's
it
good.
should be.
Because of animal cruelty.
Yes.
In Oregon, it's illegal to go hunting in a cemetery.
Are you ghost hunting or what are we doing?
Ghost
It just says
They're like,
hunting.
stop shooting squirrels in the cemetery. The headstones are getting little nicks on them.
Because someone was charged with harvesting an animal on cemetery grounds. Was it a cat? Because I'm thinking Stephen King Pet Cemetery.
Tabitha. Somebody needs to go tell Tabitha.
Poor church.
In Pennsylvania, you're breaking the law if you pay a psychic.
What if she does it for free?
What if it's for free, but there's a tip jar there?
In Rhode Island, it's illegal to race a
It says
horse on the
drunk
highway.
Jenga hanged.
In Rhode Island, it's illegal to race a horse on a highway.
Well, yeah, that's what racetracks
That's a
are
lot of
for.
horse things.
In South Carolina, you can't play pinball if you're a minor.
What?
You get a state offense violation.
You can't play pinball if you're a minor.
And this is going to shock you.
What?
In South Dakota, it's illegal to sleep in a cheese factory.
You would think that would be
Well,
a
damn.
Wisconsin one.
There's your next vacation right out the window.
It's like
However, if the cheese
just
is
imagine,
packaged,
like, Tom and
you
Jerry
can work
style
around the
with
clock.
a big wheel of cheese, and you're like holding it.
in Tennessee, it's illegal to share your Netflix password.
It's technically illegal everywhere, I think.
In Texas, you can't sell a human eye.
I would hope not.
In
Who is
Utah,
No.
in Utah, biting is banned in boxing. I thought that was banned
Biting is
everywhere after Mike
Biden is banned.
Biting.
What?
That's no fun.
biting, as in Mike Tyson. You can't bite your opponent.
Oh.
In Vermont, it's illegal for women to wear fake teeth without their husband's approval.
I got kicked out of the living room. Sorry.
In Virginia, you can't go trick-or-treating if you're over 14.
Aw,
Oh.
that's no
That's
fun.
not cool. I mean, I don't even trick or treat. Come on.
In Washington, it's
Liz
illegal
has
to
an
attach
idea for her own perfect reality TV show.
Naked drunk stuff.
Cemetery hunting.
Cemetery.
You can put it on OnlyFans.
I can tell you right now, I will be a Kickstarter on that, and I want Tabitha to host it. Say that right
Tabitha
now.
will
I
be
would-
the Joe Rogan of that program. She'll be
Right
like,
now.
guys, tonight
will-
in this
I will
cemetery.
Shatner.
We're gonna-
Yeah.
I will kickstart that bitch. I promise.
In Washington, it's illegal to attach a vending machine to a utility pole.
I feel like we read that somewhere.
That
In
makes
in
sense,
West-
though.
In West Virginia, hats are banned in theaters.
In theaters, like musical theater or like movie theaters.
Yeah, it just says theaters.
Movies in West Virginia. No, it was Pennsylvania.
Because they obstruct other people's views. In Wisconsin, butter substitutes are banned without permission.
All right.
I agree with
Yep,
that.
that's straight up. Yep.
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
They
yeah.
may not serve margarine as a substitute unless requested by the customer in fear of sudden allergic reactions.
I'm down with that.
Margarine is
Amen.
disgusting.
Amen.
I'm down with that.
Amen. Yep.
Ugh.
In Wyoming, buildings that cost $100,000 plus must display pricey art.
Wait, what?
Buildings that must have 1% of funds allocated to art for the building.
Okay, that's every building. You ain't building any building.
Is it just public
Okay.
buildings or is it like the Walmart?
It doesn't say.
Sure.
I got me a new art installation at the Walmarts.
Okay.
I mean, you gotta ask.
Oh God.
Do they
See
like
what
have
other
one
ones
of those statues that you sometimes get at Shields, like out on the front, where you take a picture with Thomas Jefferson? Does that count as their pricey art installation?
Or wait, what state was that art thing in?
Wisconsin or Wyoming.
And
Wyoming.
Wyoming is known for their art?
Right?
Hey,
Carissa,
here we go.
answer that one for
In Alabama, it's illegal to wear a fake mustache that causes laughter in church.
Why?
In Alaska,
Why?
it's illegal to take to wake a sleeping bear to take a photo. It's also stupid. But
Wait,
In
Must have a
Arkansas,
death wish.
Oh my god.
unless you're at a
since
zoo, but even so.
Okay. Since 1881, it's been illegal to mispronounce Arkansas in Arkansas.
Wow, that's harsh.
I guess they're just
Okay.
upset about the Arkansas thing.
In California, a frog that dies during a frog jumping contest cannot legally be eaten.
What?
Wait, what?
There's
Wait,
too
that's
much.
all-
That's too much. No.
First of all, have I been missing frog jumping championships going on?
We used to be a proper
Yes, I have.
country.
I guess. In Delaware, R-rated movies cannot be shown at drive-ins.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay, this explains the Florida one. If an elephant is left tied to a parking meter, the parking meter fee has to be paid. Okay, that makes sense. That was the parking.
Good to
Look,
know.
I only kind
In
of
Georgia,
construction where you have to like bury things underground. I'm pretty sure that elephant's pulling the parking meter up.
it's illegal
But,
to
no,
use
but that's
animals
the
as an
With
in Georgia. You can't use animals as an inducement or giveaways as prizes.
that's fair. But no, with elephants, they teach them when they're babies that
That's
they
true.
Yeah.
tie them to
Once they're
something
tied to
like
stay
really.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True. But that rogue elephant, did you haven't trained yet? That
In
bitch-
Indiana, mustaches are illegal if the bearer has a tendency to habitually kiss others.
Wait, mustaches and
To
bears.
do
What?
what?
No, just in Indiana, mustaches are illegal if the bearer has a tendency to habitually kiss others.
Oh, if the bearer. Okay. Okay.
Habitually?
Sorry.
I got a bad
Okay.
In
habit.
1972, the Indiana Supreme Court declared that while you have a constitutional right to have a mustache, or facial hair. It's not federally protected right, so state can legislate against particular kinds of facial hair.
Okay, so if you have a mustache, no randomly kissing people.
Oh, in Iowa, the brick on a highway, it's okay if you have written permission from the city council. Then you can throw bricks on the highway.
What?
Oh my lord.
Oh, and Kentucky, the whole dying chicken, or Kentucky one may not dye a duckling blue and offer it for sale unless more than 6 are for sale at once.
All right.
But then you always have to keep dyeing new ducklings.
And what about
Unless
if
someone buys them all.
you
If
not
they're
get
buying
a
individual
dozen?
ducklings, then you're down one, and then you got a quick dunk another one. It's
In
Yeah,
Massachusetts, it's illegal to own an explosive golf ball.
that would be awesome.
In Michigan, it's illegal for women to cut their hair without their husband's permission.
Oh.
Oops.
In Minnesota, you can't loiter around public buildings. In
Okay.
Mississippi, it's a $100 fine for using profane language in public spaces.
Ooh.
In Missouri, it's illegal to drive with an uncaged bear in your car.
But if
In
he's
Montana,
caged-
it's illegal to bring a rocket with you to city council meetings.
A rocket?
Oh really?
rock
In
or
Nevada, it's a rocket.
Oh.
In Nevada, it's illegal to ride a camel on the highway.
lame.
In New Mexico, state officials ordered 400 words of sexually explicit material be cut from Romeo and Juliet. And I'm trying to read what version of Romeo and Juliet were they talking about, because the version I read, there was not a lot of sexually
No, there's
explicit
no-
material.
no.
It's in Ohio, it's illegal to get a fish drunk.
You would think that'd be a
Pencil-
Wisconsin one.
In Pennsylvania, it's illegal to ask a fortune teller where to dig for buried treasure. Well, you can't pay him either, so.
They've happened. Like I said, I think there's a lot of like gypsy biases that they're trying to like cut off at the pass there. I think they're heckin' bigoted. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
In Rhode Island, biting off someone's limb will result in 1 to 20 years of prison.
Oh.
All right.
I mean, if you can bite
In
off
South-
a limb, you
In,
kind of need to
in
be
South
prison.
Carolina, you cannot keep your horse in the bathtub.
What is with the bathtub?
The horses.
Bathtubs and the horses.
There's a lot of laws in this country regarding horses
And
In
bathtubs.
Utah,
Bathtubs.
and bathtubs.
in Utah, it's illegal to sell alcohol during emergency situations. It's illegal to sell alcohol in a lot of parts of Utah.
Thank God
Oh,
that's not a rule
Wisconsin.
here.
I was
I
gonna
was
say
gonna say,
Wisconsin would
please.
be screwed.
It's a misdemeanor in some Virginia cities for children to go trick-or-treating on Halloween.
What?
What?
This one, Tabitha will like. In Washington, harassing a Bigfoot, Sasquatch, or other undiscovered subspecies is a felony punishable by fine and imprisonment.
You gotta prove it first.
Okay, wow. Wow.
Don't we all feel a little wiser?
Wow.
I can't get over Connecticut and the bouncing pickles, quite frankly.
Bouncing pickles.
I mean, I have a jar of pickles in there. I could go and see which ones bounce, but I'm not going to get my money
Why?
back. No. So is the pickle no good if it ain't got no bounce? Is that like a new slogan we need?
Yes,
to have for all
it's not determined fit for human consumption if it doesn't bounce, was what it said.
So Vlasic's new slogan should be, "If it ain't got that bounce, it ain't real."
I guess.
Because they snap, though, right? And which one snaps? Lawson or whatever. Remember
Yeah.
the slogan
Yeah.
snapped. So
You
how
hear
can
the
it
crunch
snap?
or whatever.
How can it snap and bounce?
I don't know. Next podcast, we'll have to look up weird international laws.
Oh Lord, there's no telling.
Oh my God, Cat! I just sat down. Sorry, Cat wants it.
Clearly, you wanted it to come attack you.
Be like my cat and just whine at the door.
People just biting and much on the ground. That sounds disgusting, Liz.
Wait, what?
But
You want your pickles to
Oh.
bounce for sure. But once you've dropped it, then are
Do
you
you
going
want
to
me
eat it?
to? Do you want me to go get a pickle and see if it bounces?
No, because
You're not
then-
in Connecticut, so it doesn't matter.
Because I will go do this for science.
I do like that Bigfoot laws have been built in just in case. Good for Washington State for that, because
Of course,
maybe it was just too weird to say pickles must be firm.
They didn't think of the snap thing.
maybe that's copyrighted. They can't say that part.
maybe
Oh,
like the hot dogs that snap when you eat them. Same kind of snap.
Wait, what?
what?
Hot dogs. They should snap when you eat
Hot
them.
dogs?
Hot dogs.
Hot dogs don't snap.
They do. They snap when you bite into them.
No, they don't. What's wrong with your hot dogs?
What hot dogs are you eating?
Not ones that snap.
They
You're talking about the ones in the casings, aren't you?
yes, they
Those-
snap when you
yeah,
bite into them. Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Is
So
that a pig thing? Because beef hot dogs don't do that.
No.
I don't actually know. I just know like youth singers used to, do that kind of a thing. It's a big company here in Wisconsin that they used to, yeah, like a
Like-
lot of like the sausages in like the casings. They would do that for
They-
the
when you-
hot dogs.
Yeah,
too.
when you bite into them, it crunches.
like a brat kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Must be different for the non-pig kind.
Okay.
Yeah.
Louisiana has
Oscar Mayer in there,
inferior
they don't do it.
sausages.
What? What? Ann?
Maybe Louisiana has inferior hot dogs and
Oh no,
sausages.
Louisiana has. Proper
Are you kidding me?
sausages.
No,
I
they
am
have
the one.
good sausages down there.
I am the one not eating the proper Louisiana sausage because I don't
And
eat
and Dewey and
an overcooked hot dog. whatever.
chorizo. An overcooked hot dog is powdery. I don't know that, but okay.
Yes, I don't eat. I have to buy the ones that say like beef casing and stuff like that. And the hot dogs I get don't have an actual casing on them. Because a hot dog is not a
Right.
sausage. That's two different kinds of meat.
No,
Yeah.
definitely
Yeah.
not.
Not the same meat.
No, definitely not.
So hot dog is not
And
going to
not
have
all- And not all sausages are the same. You'll have your
Right.
like kielbasa, which is not a bratwurst.
No.
right. But since I only eat beef and turkey, I guess mine's probably a little different.
No, the beef ones are okay though.
Yeah, they're good.
I eat beef hot dogs.
Yeah, see, like Wisconsin, it's brats,
Brats.
beer. Well, the brats cooked in
In
the
beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
used to live in Minnesota.
curds.
Yeah.
That's just
Yeah,
trying to kill
yeah.
me in all kinds of different ways. So
Cheese curds.
Okay, so you have your bun, and then you put your bratwurst that was cooked in beer and then thrown on the grill for a little bit, and then
Yeah,
you put your
exactly.
sauerkraut, and then you put your mustard. There's your bratwurst.
Just- This one's for you, Therese.
pickle bologna.
Ooh. I'll look for it, but I haven't seen it. Pickle bologna. Is it with the? Oh, is it the ones in the jars at the deli? That kind? I haven't seen that for.
Did we scare Tomsky away? Did he run away?
Or maybe he went to sleep.
Hopefully
Okay.
he went to sleep.
Pickle bologna. I'll look for it.
Pickle. Make sure it's bouncy.
Yeah.
No, it's just
I'm not going to bounce her bologna on the floor. Oh god.
oh my god.
I really hope Ann's mom isn't watching this. I'm
okay.
sorry, Mama Pink. I'm sorry.
Oh Lord.
She's such a lovely lady. Corrupting your daughter.
I think my mother thinks I need to get out more. Don't worry.
We're not
And
helping
wait for the
her.
people on the internet.
Oh
Yeah, we
Lord.
did
Bad
talk about
influence.
time spent talking about pickles and bologna.
Oh my.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man.
Checking the chat to see if there's any. Oh my goodness. So we've learned new things about states. Does that affect where you're going to live? Because someone can't have a mustache if they're inclined to kiss people a lot. Because quite frankly,
I
mean,
can't cut my hair.
without David telling you yes or no.
I can't ride a camel on the highway
Yeah. What about my rights?
and can't sleep in the cheese factory.
What was mine? I can't keep a gator in the bathtub.
Amy can't send surprise pizzas either.
Yeah.
Son of a.
This is crap.
See, mine's legit.
Yeah,
Mine's
yours,
legit.
yeah, yours made sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh God, the wind. We got like huge wind gusts outside.
Oh boy.
But it's 150 degrees, so it's not like it's going to cool us down.
Yeah.
It was actually very nice out today. Like I would have left my window
Same.
open if, there wasn't all these hooligan vehicles all the time and it was even louder.
Same.
Apparently Sturgis got rained out. I don't know
Oh,
if anyone actually
wow.
left, but there was a lot of bikes in puddles.
Oh,
Oh,
let's see what the weather says right now. Let's see.
it was low 70s and rainy today. So the rain.
Mine's
went-
104 currently.
93.
It's almost
feels
6
like,
o'clock at night.
93 feels like 107. It is 7:46 at night.
Ugh.
Mine is. It's hotter than shoving a bottle of El Yucca Taco up your butt and then standing on your head.
Oh God.
Mine is the humidity. This humidity is like a giant fart. It's impressive, but you wouldn't want to be trapped inside a small car with it.
That's mine.
They're like,
The high today was 100. I saw it.
God.
Wait, what was it, Morgan? I didn't see it.
Oh, sorry. Make sure my location's covered up there. There we go. Oh, wait.
74, whatever, with your 74.
Please.
Oh shit. I'm at
Nice.
66.
Well,
Yeah.
before though, last couple of weeks was like pretty. I mean, okay, at least okay. I'm talking about for Wisconsin standards. Okay, it's pretty warm and
My-
humid for Wisconsin.
True.
Right. My little warm-up screen is I truly dislike the concept of reality television, so I feel my phone was listening to me and disapproves. I'm like, this is a great idea, phone. You're wrong.
I would totally pay to watch naked, drunk cemetery hunting.
Wait, how
I
did
would.
they-
That's what Liz said
Oh, I
in the
missed
chat. She called it naked.
Oh,
And Anne has so kindly volunteered Tabitha to host.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
I
want her
will-
to Joe Rogan this. And
I
if
will
we switch
Kickstarter
it up
that.
and we're like, no, guys, we're just doing bikinis in the graveyard while
as long
hunting,
as
I'd be
I'm
like,
not
still.
naked, I'm
Perfect.
down. I will kickstart this. I'm down.
The question what are they hunting? Are they hunting animals or are they hunting zombies?
It
Because
doesn't matter.
Really, really, it doesn't.
It can be anything. Why not?
Okay, this weather app has like no sense of scale whatsoever. It is 71 degrees where I am. Today's high was 77. The low is 55 and it says warm poop sandwich. Like, no, it's perfection.
What?
Shut your stupid mouth.
You can change the thingy, I think, of what
Weird.
I don't know. I'll have to.
what it considers
Here.
hot.
I must.
this is from
have
Chicken Lady.
You gotta
Yeah, I
make
think-
sure they bounce.
Yeah, make sure they
Yeah,
match.
I'm not commenting on that one. So
And
I
snap.
think Morgan and I are like
here we go.
directly on the same line, like
Here
directly.
you go, Anne.
Yeah.
But we have I have
Cemetery.
more-
Cemetery
Yes.
Sasquatch hunting. Woohoo!
Yes.
Shots first.
Yes.
Shots and shots. Cemetery edition.
Somebody save that domain, because
I'm gonna call it a Sam Squanch because I watch the Trailer Park Boys.
But then you could oh wait, you could franchise this though, because everybody's got a monster. So it could go
But you-
around. It could be
Yeah,
similar
'cause you-
to monster hunting.
But you can't do it in Washington because Washington made hunting Sasquatch illegal.
That's
So
why
it
you
can't
gotta
be in
do it
Washington
with
State.
J-Lo.
Yeah.
You got to make that the secret mystery mission.
Yep.
That's true. Okay, I finally adjusted my phone app because they also say stupidly warm things are cold. So hot is now at 90 degrees, 32 Celsius for those other viewers. And cold, I'm putting at 10 degrees, which is minus 12. And
10 degrees.
no, because okay, it'll be the middle of winter and it'll be like, woo, it's 25 degrees outside, it's freezing. I'm like, you've said it's freezing for the past 3 months. 23 degrees is nice and warm at like a February.
Yes.
So
Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
we're like,
Yeah.
oh, it's thawing. It's lovely
Yeah.
now.
So Liz, in the middle of January, they have every right to mock us.
That's right.
We do.
But we've never disputed that though.
No,
You know, we always know.
because 25 is shutting down the world down here.
And in the middle of January, when they are mocking us, Joe will be in the hot season, so she'll have plenty to say.
That's true.
Kids, I mean,
Her-
I want to
in the
go
world.
back to El Paso in January.
see, kids here are like going to school when it's like minus 30.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
the buses
Yes.
are still going, you know.
Yes.
The
Yeah,
kids
well,
are waiting
for-
at the bus stop.
Yeah,
You
for
guys,
us,
snowbanks,
if
6 feet. Yeah.
yeah, if
No.
we probably wouldn't do minus 30. We have a lot
Oh, yeah,
more.
probably not.
Yeah. If it's minus 20 at night, that's cold, but it's normal. If it's minus 20 at noon, we're shutting down. You're not playing those games. So
Yeah, no,
Here
we
it
like
depends. Here it
they don't go to
depends on
school if
where
it's
the
like
school is.
below freezing. Like
what? How do you get anything done?
because we only have like a handful of days like that.
Oh, that's true.
Because we don't have salt or anything for the road. So if the road's ice, we don't have anything for it. And everything
Right,
around
and
here is
you're-
surrounded by water. So there's no way to drive anywhere that you don't drive over a bridge.
Well, Tree's left. I'll have to pop that back up when she gets back, Liz. I don't know if she's coming back.
I think she was just saying she
So-
wanted to.
I didn't leave.
Like so
I
we
didn't
don't have
leave.
we have
I
sand.
didn't leave. I hit the wrong button.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Sand.
We have
Sand
sand.
won't do it.
Right, that's all we got because that's for sandbags during hurricane season. So that's all we got.
Yeah. Yeah, sand won't. Sand does very, very little. Very little.
It has
Yeah.
to get like, and the reason they do that is because everything is around water. I cannot
Right.
drive anywhere that I don't cross a bridge of some kind, either a canal or something.
That's
So-
how
Right.
where I
Yeah.
live, it's water. Yeah. And there's
So-
sandbags and they have flooding every couple
Right.
years or whatever, yeah.
And like our pipes aren't made for that. We don't insulate for
Mm-mm.
that here. And I know that for a fact because I work in the construction and we get these random jobs and they're like, you need to do XYZ. And we're like, dude, it does not get that temperature here. We are not insulating it like that. Like, that's not how that works here.
But what if you want it? And it's
But
like
you
might
don't
be
need
3
it.
days a year, and we're like, I'm doing it anyways.
Well, if you want it, you're going to pay 3 times as much because we don't want to do it. So that's why we run our water when it freezes. If it's going to be below freezing for more than 4 hours, we have to run our water.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we finally just got a new furnace put in here for this like apartment thing, and because last winter I think it went out a total of 4 times over the winter, so finally the landlord was nice enough to finally put in a new furnace. So, but this place is so old though that like, you know, we try to like insulate the windows as best we can because that's typically where we start seeing a higher bill because it just all, you know, the heat just all comes out of the
Yeah, you have like
darn
the
windows.
opposite of my problem.
Yeah, I know. And well, I mean, this place was probably built. Actually, maybe 60s, 70s, maybe. Like it's pretty old. But it's
I
like
agree,
one of
Liz.
those like heavy like wooden doors.
More
You know?
energy and go. No.
I mean, it sort
You
of
had to keep-
depends.
You have to keep moving to keep warm, I think.
I've never lived in
Yeah.
real cold, so I don't know.
Again,
Yeah.
Amy, reality show.
Telling you, man. That is
Awesome.
knit or swap. We are gonna
Amy,
do it.
Yep.
Amy does winter.
We just swap.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
You will also have the shaky camera. You're like, I can't take it anymore.
Sure.
But really, it's not swap because we can't actually swap places because you have to survive summer and I have to survive winter. So really, you get to come be with me for summer and I get to go with you for winter.
I'll just
Right,
go to the
so-
beach. I'll just go to the beach every day.
That would
Oh,
be
wait.
more fun, Amy. You're
No,
right.
no, you
That's
don't.
swap.
Oh, wait a
Just
minute.
go with.
No,
Yeah.
wait. No,
No.
that's right.
First of all, the beaches are here are nasty. Second of all,
Oh, that's right.
no, when the water is 95 degrees, to go into the beach is not.
Woohoo.
Yeah,
Don't
it's not
work.
fun.
It's like getting in a
Oh.
bathtub.
Dang. All
I
right,
mean,
well,
we
I'll
have
bring
water everywhere, but you don't want to swim in this water. This is the Mississippi River. You want to go about 3 hours that way
Ah,
to Alabama.
I don't. Well, that's what I was thinking of, and then I remembered. I'm like, oh no, wait, she lives in Louisiana. Like,
I
oh,
literally
darn it.
lived at the garbage disposal of the United States. Like after it travels all this way and twists and
Yep.
turns, it comes out in here.
Sorry, I'm just picturing it's like, yes, and this is my friend Amy. She's coming for Christmas. I don't really do that. Okay, Amy, but we'll get you some cake.
Look, Amy will hang out. It's
Right.
fine. Look, give me my Hanukkah
Perfect.
sock.
Yeah.
It'll be all right.
That's right.
I'll do Hanukkah.
That's another thing. I still have to make my Hanukkah socks. Ah,
I'm very excited for these Hanukkah socks.
I'm very excited too. Want to test knit them? They're not in production yet.
Wait, what?
Want to test knit the Hanukkah socks when they've actually become a thing?
I could try,
Okay.
but I'm only testing
Amy will
the
be-
actual Hanukkah part, not the sock part.
Amy would be wearing
It's
wearing
going to be
50
an all over pattern. That's the plan.
No.
Amy would be wearing 50 layers, including her flax sweater on top of everything, and her crochet
Mhm.
pants over her clothes to stay
Seriously,
warm.
I purged my closet like a couple weeks ago because it was just getting a little ridiculous with how many things that were like piled up. Like, I'm never going to wear that again. I'm not going to get that small again. And like two of the things I purged was my pathetic little Old Navy pea coats, which were like fake polyester, whatever they're made out of.
Yes.
I'm like, I haven't
Yes.
worn a real coat because now I have nature's coat. So I haven't worn a real coat and I don't even know how long.
I had a pink one of
I hear
those.
you.
I just put on like a cardigan or a sweater. Like I literally have to go from my car, my house to my car,
Mhm.
drive to work, walk 10 feet to the door.
When my dad died, it was in Pennsylvania in February, and they had snow, and I had to fly out there, and I didn't have a coat. I just had, some
Yeah.
big cardigans, and I just threw those on. He's
Yeah.
like, "Where's your coat?" I'm like, "I'll be fine. It's okay." Because I was enjoying the cold, because A, I wasn't used to it, and B, I didn't have to shovel anything, so
Right.
it didn't bother me. So,
But as soon as it's set in, though.
yeah, but
when
long term, I
had
would have needed a
somebody,
coat.
visit me from New Zealand, and I think it was fall. I don't know that it was full on winter yet. But it's like, yeah, they came in the airport and we had an extra Carhartt jacket for them in the car. Like, here, you came from summer. It's not summer now.
Yeah.
But
we lived in
Liz,
Miami.
Liz, they're not little dreidels, though. I have a little dreidel idea. That is far back the line, though. These are going to be little stars of David everywhere.
Aw,
That's cool.
Dreidels. That'd be cool.
They're going to
Yeah,
be the
that's not good.
juiciest socks. I'm so excited.
I'm not good with Intarsia. So are they actually the Star of David with the lines?
Yes. They're
Oh,
no all over color work. That's the plan.
Ooh.
I'm probably out on that.
Come on.
I'd
The
try it,
biggest
why
thing
not?
that's stopping me with this pattern is that with socks, there's very definite stitches for each
Right.
size.
Right.
And my chart works for one, but it doesn't work making it bigger or smaller. So I'm like, now I got to redo this entire chart for every size. And that's annoying. And I don't know if they're going to balance the same way, if they're
Well,
how to
what's the
spread
stitch
them
count?
out. I have it
Because
written
isn't
down
most
somewhere.
people are 64, 68, 72?
64.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
So
50, or I think it's like
56,
56, 64, 72.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
so I guess
Yep.
it depends on how many stitches the star is taking up.
Right.
Yeah.
That I think I'm trying to remember. I think the 72 one it fit, but then I'd have to wiggle through it. And
Well, you could make it into fingerless knits instead, and then you wouldn't have to do so many sizes.
Right.
True.
That's true.
I mean, I know you want them as socks, but I'm just thinking as a pattern, you could do knits might be easier too.
Yeah.
That's true, but I want them as socks though.
Then you can make the
I
socks
know.
for you. The pattern that you get sell or whatever could be.
Well, Amy will test knit for you. I'm
Not when
volunteering
she said- not
you,
when she
Amy.
said that.
Teresa is being Joe and assigning things.
Yes. Speaking of test knits or test crochets, I have pulled out my yarn. Neil James. Have to mention Neil James because he says he watches in case we talk about him.
Oh, we
No, I'm
talking.
talking about you, Neil.
I invited him, but he thinks sleep is more important than being on our podcast. So-
Was
How dare he?
and he
Yes.
missed all the laws.
I know he would have enjoyed that because he wouldn't know where in America to come.
So what crochet pattern or whatever, Therese?
Yeah, he has a test knit. I think it's going to be in the October Block magazine. I'm not sure. So I have that I got to get started on.
I'm just like ready for the crochet, because I mean, look here, I can kick all y'all's asses.
Oh, you and Alyssa could be in a.
Them fighting words.
Yeah, Alyssa might fight you, Amy.
I want to
need
know when the crochet hook down.
Let me tell you, that last shawl she did, it was a bag a day crochet. I sent it to her like 8 o'clock in the morning or 9 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock her time, somewhere around there. And by the end of the night, she was done the shawl. Unbelievable. On a work day. I was like, man, I'm over here plugging along with my little,
See, I think because crochet is
faster for me than knit.
it is faster, but you're gonna like this fingering. Are we gonna count fingering? Is the same as worsted? You got to get some rules.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
doesn't really.
Hi, Christine.
Hey,
Hi,
Christine.
Christine.
Yeah,
Is
so
there crochet dreidels in it? Because
sure somebody has.
But I mean, like, I think there's got to be some blanket we can make a just because crochet is so fast. If you crochet, you should be able to
totally.
make a couple, like make some rounds of a granny square.
Yeah,
And
or a
then
shawl, or
and we count that. I mean, if you want to waste time turning, that's up to you. But it's got to be
no
something
turning.
unilateral because knitting, it's count your knit stitches. So.
Sure.
Are we doing double? Are we doing single, treble? I mean, it's different. So.
I'm not in a race. I'm not here to
I'm in
race.
the race. I want to be the Tabitha of hooking.
I am also here to win a race. Wow. But at the same time, I'm not winning a crochet race. One day I may beat Tabitha, but I have to
I'll
work up to
challenge
it.
y'all.
You're pretty fast in the knitting, and you're what, second?
I am
Yeah.
Are you second on the board?
Yeah, I'm third.
First among losers.
I'm like fifth, I think.
I forget where I'm at.
Oh, let me
I
look.
don't remember now.
One second.
I'm third, I
Okay.
think, at 57 or 50. I think
Yeah, because you beat me. I had 53.
yeah.
All right, Amy
I think
is
I had
at.
50.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Tabitha 68. I'm at 59. Amy 57. Miss Liz Clothier at 53.
Nice.
Let's see. I don't think I have you on the board. One second.
No.
Where's my notebook?
That means you could get to do over.
I know. I can do it again.
That's right.
Practice and do it again.
Morgan.
All right.
You better not have bested me.
Hang on.
Them's just fighting words.
Yeah.
I know when we were doing the Shark Week thing,
Hmm.
I counted again just to see what I was. I only went up one.
And it wasn't quite official because it wasn't on camera, but I will take it as you went up by
Not
one.
quite.
Well, I'm not changing it on the board, but
No,
I understand.
but
that
I
you
was
got
like, I
to
just wanted to see, like, did I get any better? Like without the pressure of being on camera. No, just one.
Just one.
Ah. Morgan, you're at 45.
45. All right.
Put her
that's
on the
right.
board.
Sorry, I will. I'm sorry. I normally write it down in the notebook, but then I didn't transfer my notebook to. Oh.
Need to get one of those big light up boards.
Right? Yeah, like at the bar. Yeah, with the
Yeah.
I kind of want to get one of those Coca-Cola sandwich board things. I think that would be very cool.
yeah,
Yes.
sure.
Find some old restaurant that doesn't exist
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah.
Joe's Sandwich Shop. Woohoo! I'm using this for my knitting times.
Yeah. I think it's so funny the knitting and crocheting thing because I knit faster than I crochet, but then when I'm crocheting, it feels like it's faster. Like I don't know, it
I
doesn't make
definitely
any
crochet
sense.
faster.
I know.
It's because
I do-
because the crochet stitches usually, unless you're doing single, have more depth to them, so
Right,
it feels
yeah.
like you're.
But see this, like even this shawl, it's in moss stitch, which is single, but I don't know, it feels different.
I don't know.
Obviously,
Crochet
Yeah, I mean-
takes more yarn. I know that.
for sure.
Yeah, I have the.
a double crochet row is like probably the equivalent of this is fingering weight, so this is probably the equivalent of 4 rows of stockinette, I would think.
Yeah,
So
Yeah,
I-
and
yeah.
I
So
think
I
when I
have-
say I crochet, I knit. I'm sorry, when I knit faster, it's just because it's one stitch at a time. Whereas with crochet, double crochet is yarn over, yarn over.
yeah.
There's more to it, but
Your
it's big.
hands are moving more in crochet. I mean, look how much my hands are moving just to do double
Right.
crochet. But I think it's just
Yeah,
that's why I say for a challenge, you need to get everybody on the even playing field
Yeah.
of what you're making. Because knit stitch is just knit stitch. It doesn't matter whether it's big yarn or little yarn.
right. I think that's what
Right.
Yeah.
Well, Amy, I'm excited to do a crochet thing, but I don't want to do one where we're changing colors every other round.
Well, I think that thing that I wanted to do, but I can't find the pattern because she can't sell it anymore.
Oh.
So I don't know if that's, we'd have to figure something else like that. But I mean, I want to give the poor lady money, but she can't sell it anymore. So, because her Russian money's dirty, apparently. So,
Right.
Don't get me started.
so, but a lot of those patterns that are like cool flowers and stuff, you could just get a mandala or a gradient or whatever. You don't have to change color.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because all those baby blankets I do, I don't change colors on those. I just go get whatever,
I don't either. I just use what I have,
whatever
and then
color changing yarn there is.
I don't like when people do baby blankets with the big holes in them because all I can do is see little fingers and little toes getting stuck in those holes, and it's like, unless they don't keep them that warm.
I do them sometimes, but like I'll do a granny square or I'll do
I don't mean granny. I mean the ones with the big holes.
Yeah. There's some with really big holes. Yeah.
That look like lacy with flowers and all, and it's like.
I'll do that. Usually I do that round ripple. I'll do the corner to corner. Or do a granny. I like that yarn, that wool eater stitch. It takes a lot of yarn though. So.
Yeah.
Which is pretty though.
It is pretty.
And it's cool if you pay attention to when you change your color rounds. That you do if you do color changes in that one, it can be really cool, but you do have to actually pay attention to where you're going. So
yeah.
Because the way
baby blankets, I've done corner to corner, and then I've done the knitted pinwheel baby blanket, and a Girasol by what's his name from Brooklyn Tweed.
I've never done those. I mean, I've done corner to corner, but I've never done the other two.
Yeah, the Girasol, it's supposed to be a shawl, but
Oh.
some people make it as a baby blanket. By Jared Flood. It's a Jared Flood
Oh.
pattern.
I
It's
used
a
to do ABC baby
circular
blankets.
Yeah,
lace. It's gorgeous.
I like the round ripple because it's pretty easy. He's going,
Mhm.
why are you hunting me down?
Well then.
Like you don't know where to find me, bitch. I'm telling boss lady, be nice. Mary, pirates being mean to me.
Oh Lord.
I'll dock your pay this week. Oh wait, we don't get paid.
Duracell from the Battery Man.
Yeah, I couldn't
Um,
hear what you said. Jared Cell?
Okay.
Like Jared, the Subway guy?
Ooh.
What did you say the name of the pattern was?
It sounded like Gerasol, but
Yeah, the Brook. I thought she said Jerry Curl at first,
It's
but that's
called,
not right.
oh, you're talking about the shawl. It's Girasol. Girasol, I believe.
Dirr.
Oh.
So that's not a word.
Yes, it is. Well,
Chomsky thinks you were the boss lady.
Not of the podcast you and I moderate, boy.
Yeah, we know who
Oh,
that boss lady is.
I have a shirt that says Boss Lady because the guys at work call me Boss Lady. I don't think that's a word, Therese. I think you're making that up.
okay, wait a minute. I'm
Geritol,
typing it.
that's what I thought. Geritol, the vitamins. Thank you, Liz. That's what I thought.
Geritol, Jerry Curl.
Alright, y'all. I gotta
It's a
get
Brooklyn
going.
Tweed pattern. It's Jared Flood.
All right, I'll look it up.
I gotta get
All
going.
right, thanks,
everybody.
Morgan.
Look it up.
Thanks for
so
coming.
much.
Thanks for hanging
Thanks
out.
so much.
Thanks, Morgan.
Thanks so much for having me again.
Thanks,
And
Miss
we'll let you know
Lynn.
when Exploration Station starts.
Yes, definitely. Definitely.
And when-
then
and then you
post a
can-
picture of everything.
And then in September, you're in charge of the sleeve sweater.
Great.
See what
Can't wait. Alright.
Joe has spoken.
That's right. That's right.
I'll help you, Morgan. I'll help you.
All right,
Everyone in the
cool.
chat saying bye.
Hi,
All right.
for
Morgan.
coming.
Bye, everybody.
Ooh, we're bigger now.
So how many colors do I need for this stupid thing?
Four.
4.
Okay.
Or you could do it all in one color or 2 colors.
No, that's boring.
You can't do one color.
Although
Well,
that
you
dot is
could,
great.
but you wouldn't have the, you know.
Yeah, you would have the zippy.
Oh, okay. Here you go, Amy. It's a Spanish word pronounced girasol.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you, Yo-Yo, for your token Spanishness.
I think Liz Kennett said 36. I think she's meaning that many colors, but I don't know. Chomsky says he doesn't know a million. How many colors in the Exploration Station?
You never know with Stephen West.
As many as your imagination can handle.
Or fewer with mohair.
Oh, God.
But don't worry if your stitch count is off. It's
It's like that
fine.
SpongeBob
Get it right.
imagination.
Oh,
Boy, I might do it. We'll see. I'm trying to finish lingering whips over here. Like I'm trying to.
I know you've been so good posting them on IG. I've been very impressed.
dug out my sister yarn from the Carissa dye that I was doing the granny squares in, and I had them all sewn together. And I did a couple of rounds last night until I used up the yarn, and I'm like pretty much weaving ends, and it's just gonna be a baby blanket. I'm letting it go for the other little squares that I had made. I'm like, that'll go be something else. I don't know.
Okay,
what
look. No. Nope, never mind. You have to look it up. No, never mind. Look it up.
Does anyone else? Are there any project pictures in a different color that you could show it?
I don't know. My lighting sucks.
Spell it again. I'll look it up.
Girasole.
Doll.
Yes.
Okay. And how did she say we're supposed to say it? Hirasol?
What'd
Hirasol?
you
Hear us all.
Hirasol.
She said, "Hear us all."
Oh, that is
Tomsky,
pretty.
hush.
Oh, that is pretty.
Therese,
I saw. He
What do
needs
you
to
say?
just.
Shut up.
Therese,
Shut up, Iris. That is pretty.
Tomsky, shh. Tomsky, shh. So anyway, so I made that in.
For a baby blanket?
I did.
Oh my god.
Yes.
I agree, Liz. It would
I
be
wish we
dangerous, though.
could. I wish we
Wow.
But it would be dangerous.
That is
I
gorgeous.
did it in an off-white, and it was Hobby Lobby's I Love This Cotton, because I thought, it for like a I don't know how.
Well,
Anyway,
That's gorgeous.
it was washable and this and that. First of all, it's super heavy. But so I went to the baby shower. Now this is in Grosse Pointe, Michigan, which is a little la-di-da. So this was David's niece. So we went and everything, and it's in this giant box, And so it was one of the last ones she opened. So other people had crocheted blankets.
Mhm.
And they were corner to corner, or they were, whatever. Really, really nice blankets. But they're not a Girasol.
But-
Or
but
however
Therese
Yolanda.
Therese comes in here with her bougie Hirasol.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm watching her open all this stuff, and I'm like, oh, it's really, I'm admiring all the stuff that people have done,
Right.
as a fellow maker.
Right.
But then she opened mine, and people lost their minds. So now I'm feeling all guilty about the other people who had brought stuff. And I'm like, wait, I didn't do that to be shitty. I did it because that's what I wanted to do.
Right.
But now it's looking like I'm trying to show
One
up
the
everybody.
competition.
Yes. Ugh. Yeah. So it's like, it was a nice thing, but then it was awful, because.
But did she
Everybody's
like
like-
it?
Oh, she liked it. But I'm guessing she didn't use it. But,
Shoot, I'd have used it for myself. I'm like, forget the baby.
right, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
have,
there's a lot of people that aren't knit worthy.
Yeah.
I have that one granny stripe blanket that I talked about. It's probably almost 2 feet deep now, which is
Hey,
exciting. But it's parked at my brother's house, so I don't have to bring projects with when I go visit him. But doing that, and I'm doing it with it's Lion Brand Mandala, whatever.
Mhm.
It's amazing how much faster that goes in crochet.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I've used that yarn for quite a few just plain garter stitch blankets. So it's like, okay, if you get through a color a day, you're
Yeah.
booking it.
Yeah.
And it's like go through a couple of those colors when you're saying like, wow, I'm going really fast. This is amazing.
You are. It just sucks because you're using so much yarn.
Uh-huh.
yeah.
But yeah, I made a baby blanket for a friend of mine out of that, and every once in a while that's like her favorite blanket, which nothing is better than that feeling that is like
Yes.
it's just
Yes.
a plain corner to corner garter
Yes.
stitch,
Garter
whatever.
stitch,
And
yeah,
she's like,
yeah.
and I made it. I'm like, look, it's completely washable. It's a nice texture. It was like a neutral fallish colors because I didn't
Yeah,
know
I
she was
remember
having a
you
boy
making
or a
that.
girl.
Mhm.
And that kid's like, mine. I love it.
Yeah.
Good.
Aw.
I know those. Remember those twins I made the round ripple thing for?
Yeah. Yeah.
They're about to turn 1 and they still use it. Both
Mhm.
of them use it, and I still post pictures. I'm like, look at the girls with the blankie for me.
Well, now I feel a little bad because they had a second kid and I didn't make anything for them because I haven't seen them in a while. And I'm like, oh, I should do
You can
something.
make him a hat. It'll be all right.
Now the kid's like getting big or something. Like it's gotten to that point where it's a little too long to not
Right.
have sent something.
Right.
But she's still posting pictures of the blanket I gave to the first kid. So I'm like, oh man, what a jerk am I?
Then you make a first birthday or whatever for the second one.
Something.
And then boom, problem solved.
Perfect.
See, I mean, I've added like 5 rows just in the last little bit.
Nice.
Nice.
I've done the cuff and 1 pattern repeat on Miss Anna Knitter's Helgen socks.
Ooh, nice.
I have not done that one.
Nice.
Yeah, they're good. And so this month, her knit along of the month is, favorite patterns that you've gone back to. So I'm like, this is going to be great for finishing these.
Oh.
And I said in her chat that I'm like, yeah, this is awesome. And she's like, oh, what new patterns? As if I'm not going to do her own patterns. I'm like, well, I have this and I have a lot of socks in it. Dang, Anna, I gotta knit faster.
Yeah.
Like I have a couple other ones too that I'm like, oh, I could do this, I could do that. I'm like, I just need to finish these socks. Winter is coming and I'm freaking out.
Yeah, well, the difference is you're knitting
that.
socks to wear.
Yeah, you have a purpose.
And if Morgan was still here, she'd be like, yes, winter's coming. Yes.
Right.
It's a
Meanwhile,
thing.
we're just like, is it time that we can knit a baby blanket and not die?
Well, and then I still have that Quinn's quilt sitting in a basket where
That's
DK was all
true.
like, you could do a quarter every quarter. I'm like, well, I guess it's at half the year now. I did not complete my second quarter. That can go by the wayside as I
Well,
finish
you
these.
can make it a 2-year thing.
It's fine.
Right.
You already did one of them.
Yeah. When I bailed in the first
Yeah.
5 minutes.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I like the blanket. I just gotta.
I cheered Ann on, basically, and Tabitha.
tried.
It was not my thing.
I really tried. I did. But I took all that yarn that I was going to use for the Quinn's quilt and I turned it into a corner-to-corner granny king-size blanket
Ooh.
I know. That was
It's
pretty
pretty
cool.
legit.
to a lady at church, a friend of mine at church. So
Aw.
I'm calling it a win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
So every once in a while, Tabitha will have a picture of a new blanket pattern. Like Anne, come on. And I think they're cool. I just haven't done them. That would be another reality TV show.
Yeah.
Tabitha, I could race a blanket.
That cardigan that somebody posted with the
Oh.
quilt. Oh.
I posted that one, the quilt
Yeah,
one. I thought that was right
was
up Ann's
amazing.
alley.
That's very pretty. But I was looking at it, and it is it's squares of stranded color work. I don't know if it's knit back and forth, but they had a picture of the inside, so you could see that
Okay.
the blocks were sewn together. So it's like, okay. Oh,
I just thought it was pretty, and Ann would like it.
it is. It is very pretty. But it's that whole thing where you're like, oh, that's cool. Construction.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to sink my teeth into a good crochet blanket, with a really cool pattern, and that, I haven't
There's
done
so
it.
many of them that I really want to do.
I
I
know.
like the ones with like flowers, all the crazy.
This is the one that I'm really excited about right now.
Oh,
No, that one's kind of cool.
Ooh.
Yeah.
wow.
Mikey, I want to do whatever one I want to do. I don't want to do one I have to piece together. I'd rather
Right.
do one that
Yeah.
got cool,
Pick up.
experience
Yeah,
as you go.
yeah.
And
Mhm. I do too.
Mikey from All Free Crochet, he's got a lot of good big crochet blanket patterns that are
Mhm.
different,
I
But then
still
I've
kind of
also-
want to do that Daisy one. That's
Daisy
been on
one.
my list
Oh,
for a while. The one that Devin's daughter's making.
Oh, yeah.
It's
That's
Da-
pretty.
it's
This
Daisy's.
one I like too because it's all one piece. It's mosaic.
Oh.
mosaic is
Stitches.
fun but hard.
Yeah, it's all slip stitches, and it's flowers and butterflies and
Yeah.
I don't know how
That's
to
the thing. I've never done mosaic because it seems to me like, well, you're knitting twice.
You are kind of crocheting twice because you're having to go down in the stitch below
Yeah.
and pull it up, and it's it's really cool, but it's very much you really, really got to pay attention because if you don't know where you're going, if you mess
That's
up with your
way
order,
above my pay grade.
I've done it,
Yeah.
and there's that lady from, I forget where she's from, somewhere overseas. Tina something is her name, and she makes really, really cool mosaic crochet patterns. But it's only the only thing you're only going, and then like you have ends on each end. All these,
Right.
it's not like you're going back and forth. So you get all these ends at the end.
I've made this one a few times. It's reversible. It's all done in one piece, but it's reversible. One side is just chevrons and the other side is hearts.
Well,
That's
really
really
easy.
cute.
It's really easy once you get it going. If I had Riley's here, I would show you, but she doesn't have it on of it.
I mean, like,
But,
I like the Harlequin stitch one, the Catherine's wheel. There's all kinds of different cool ones, but and we could all. It doesn't even have to be like we all crochet the same thing. It could be,
And I've done this
What-
one a
what's
lot
it-
of times
wait,
for baby
We're
blanket.
crocheting along
It's all
something?
hearts, and it's so
Right.
simple.
It just be because everybody's different levels,
Yeah.
So you could just say crochet blanket,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of one pattern, if
Mhm.
somebody just does, granny, they're used to just granny. They're not going to want to jump into one with like all the different stitches because
Have
Right.
you ever done the Pandora's box? Because it's a granny square, but then it's like
I think I
you know,
started
so
it, but
on top of it.
I don't like the way it looks, so I haven't done that one.
Yeah, I don't know that I would finish. But yeah, I want to sink my teeth into a good, really, fun crochet blanket pattern. 'Cause I haven't done one in a long time.
I mean, I know they have
It
the
wasn't
one
just a-
that is in Rose that Michelle did, which is like basically like a sampler. Michelle of Naughty Knitwits did, where it's basically like a sampler, and it's different stitches. I don't really like those. I like the ones that look like something that's meant to, like a mandala or a flower or something that's going to grow.
Mhm.
You know,
There's a crochet mitered square one too.
that involves piecing probably.
This one's a fun granny rectangle.
Well, that's cool.
Stripes, granny stripes one.
I like that one. It looks kind of drug ruggy, which is a
Yeah.
positive in this context.
But I like doing the hearts ones because one side is just chevron stripes and then the other is
Right.
hearts. But you did it all in one piece, and it's not hard. Like it's
Right.
not like slips. You just
Right.
where you
One
pick
day
up
I'm
the
going to
stitches.
make the blanket that was on the back of Roseanne's couch all those years.
Mm-hmm.
That
My
is
aunt
a
had one like that.
Big Bang Theory, and
Yeah. I don't know. I need to do something fun.
it's something different.
When is this happening? Just tell me and I'll just
Whenever.
Whenever after the sock arm thing.
Ooh,
So-
Yo-Yo
I'm
said
not
there's
doing the
Chris.
sock yarn thing. I'm not doing the sock yarn thing. I'll do something.
And-
Said that.
Also, not to throw a wrench in the whole works, or
not to throw a wrench.
not a wrench. Ooh. And also, not to purposely exclude Amy, but everybody remember that Christmas is coming. What the heck are we doing for our holiday extravaganza? I'm not saying we have to decide now. I'm saying that whatever it happens to be, we gotta
Oh.
put that in your mind because you
Well,
think
I
it's too
mean-
early and it's not.
Well, Amy, yeah.
Not everybody does Christmas. That's very like ist of
Yeah.
you.
That is
So-
very ist of me.
Okay,
we're
so-
going
But
to
what if you
include
could do the
the
Winter,
not
winter
Christmas
one.
observers. We're just gonna say holidays, and you're like, I don't have one. I don't have a
Winter-
holiday. here.
win-
all you people?
Winter Wonderland.
Like you
Yeah.
could do it after the holidays when everything's like
We could have
Oh,
a New Year's thing,
done,
but
and
also we
yeah.
could, we could do New Year's, but just
Right.
Aw.
keep in your minds that we got
Winter.
to do
Winter? Well, no,
something.
because winter is not. Winter is summer for Joe, so we have to.
oh, yeah. Well,
You
it's
don't
not
care,
our
though.
fault. He lives on the opposite side of the world. So.
Well, it's like
That is true.
it's winter. It's like we have to figure out who we're excluding. winter is summer for Joe, but winter is not Christmas for Amy. What do we do?
Knit something red.
I say,
Now we're just all pro Chinese over here.
no, you find some pattern
Oh, you're right.
that
No,
reminds
you're
you
right.
of Doctor Who. Some pattern that in some way, shape, or form reminds you of something from Doctor Who.
We could do a Doctor Who Christmas and/or holiday special extravaganza.
That would be fun because I do enjoy the Christmas episodes. So,
Well,
just because I
yeah.
do Christmas doesn't mean I don't enjoy some of the revelry.
Or
Lori,
elf.
you said Muppets Christmas Carol would be cool.
Yes.
Yes.
We do something.
Charlie Brown.
I'm not crocheting any Muppets though.
That's fair.
Ooh, Amy, you might like this one. It's all one piece.
See,
I
I
think.
do like that. That's cool. But that looks like mosaic. Is that mosaic?
No.
Oh wow.
Well, it's like, well, it's mostly post stitches.
Oh wow. That's a lot of yarn.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, that might be too much for my brain to not finish.
I mean, I love post stitches. I do them on other things, but man, that's a lot of yarn. You're going down
Yeah.
and around.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a continuous mitered square crochet pattern,
Hmm.
so you don't have to sew them together.
Huh.
I like that one. I might
Yeah.
do that. You
I have
can
a
make it whatever
gazillion.
size you want.
A gazillion of them in my Pinterest. So,
Yeah. Well, here's
Me
one. You
too.
can make a city. You can make a neighborhood.
oh, that's cool. Like I have a bunch of the corner to corner saved, which I'm never gonna do because when you do corner to corner and it involves color changing, it is a bitch because you've got it's like in I don't know how in Target is, but it's like all your color work with all your little balls and your balls are everywhere. You can't control your
Oh,
balls.
you mean those graphs that
Yes,
they
the
do?
graph
Yes.
thing.
Did you? Okay, Amy. Did you
There's
ever
a Friends
see?
one? I
Did
wanna
you ever
make
see
this
the
one.
David Tennant one?
I did, and I've seen no, not the graph cans. Those are different because they're not corner to corner.
Okay, it was a graph can of
Yeah,
David
the graph
Tennant.
cans
And,
I tried. I made a couple of those in Tunisia. And I made like a Minecraft one for the boys. I made a
Okay.
Darth Vader one, but the corner to corner ones, like people have made, and they made like a giant Friends one. But you know, each block is a color.
Or Mario or something. Yeah.
Yes, I
Mhm.
made a giant Mario blanket out of granny squares once. But the corner to corner, like I gave somebody that Yoda one I was making when I gave
Yeah, I remember you said you were done with it.
whoever that was. I don't even know who it was. I gave him the Yoda one. I don't know if they ever
Somebody
finished
got a blanket that took
Somebody got
hours
a
of my
blanket.
time. What if?
it.
Yeah.
Priscilla finished the rabbit, so that's all I can say. But yeah, I would love to make like a Friends blanket or the Golden Girls or whatever. And it's like, but each little square of three
Yeah.
stitches is
It's like
if you
cross
change
stitch.
color.
It's
You could have
each
color on both
yeah.
sides. I'm like, oh no, I'm not doing that.
I used to make crochet blankets where I would just single crochet a panel, cross stitch over the top, and then single crochet another panel and stitch them together to cover the back
Yeah.
so that you didn't see all the crochet. And then it was double thick and warm. And when I lived in New Jersey, they were great, but I don't do those anymore. 'Cause, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I did make my kid a giant Mario one time. So I made him Minecraft Tunisian blankets and stuff like that. So.
Tomsky says, how about knitting something from a sci-fi show that hasn't gone woke like Stargate?
Find
And then
one.
Liz says Galaxy.
First off, we cede
Find
no
one.
ground.
Liz
They don't
says
get it.
Galaxy Quest.
Wait, what?
Let's
Galaxy
do
Quest
Discworld.
only doesn't go woke because Alan Rickman died before they did the sequel.
I know.
It was all-
Exactly. Yeah. 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 I did like Galaxy Quest. It's one of my favorite Star Trek movies.
it was really good.
Mhm.
J.J. Abrams said that too, that it was one of his favorite Star Trek movies. And I'm
Jar
thinking,
Jar Abrams.
wow.
Jar Jar.
yeah, Jar Jar Abrams.
No, not a fan.
All right. Well, ladies, we've been doing this 2.5 hours.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
I don't want to go on forever because everyone's complaining that we're all behind on podcasts. And then we do a really long one. And then, it's kind of like, oh, and I kind of feel a little bad.
Watch it in. Yeah.
Give him nothing.
Jar Jar.
Oh,
Okay. On that note,
Jar Jar.
Throw that bombshell.
What we got? Don't be defending Jar Jar up in here, Liz.
no. No.
no.
And as we say at the end of every episode, goodbye.
Exactly.
Thanks for coming, everybody. Thanks, Amy
Thanks,
and
guys.
Morgan, who was here
Everybody.
earlier, and Anne Pinkava, who took time out from sock knitting to come
To
chat,
sock
and,
knit. Thanks for having
Thanks,
me.
guys.
and all our friends in the chat. Yes, JD Abrams does need a kick in the balls. Thank you, Tomsky.
Yes, he
Um,
does.
If you haven't subscribed, please do. We do this every week, or at least we try to. Joe will be back next week, as far as we know.
As far as we know.
Lord knows, I'm sure
That
she'll have
Commonwealth
after she
representation.
watches this. I am sure she'll have things to
Hold
say.
up, hold up.
Oh, I bet she does.
I need to make sure Joe can see this. Hold up.
Look, show Joe. Look,
Joe, can
Joe.
you see
Joe,
it?
look.
Joe, do you see it? Can you see it good? Just want to make sure.
Okay. All right. Thanks for
Hi,
coming.
Neil. Hi, Neil.
We'll see you guys next week. Yeah, Neil. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Thanks.
Okay.